You guys there? See if that's any better. Reset the internet. Oh man, it still doesn't look that good, but... Alright, back into it.
And keep them,
Thanks for hanging around, those that did.
going. They don't have to create statutes and all this bull crap,
They do, actually. They do.
to control us. It's for control. And
No, it depends on what you mean by control. It kind of seems like you're using control in some sort of Orwellian way, like it's an end in and of itself in order to, like, push you down. No. It has a purpose. The purpose is to have a functioning society where roads exist. And, like, there's plenty of things to talk about the American government or even state governments being, like, shitty about. This isn't one of them. This is actually fine. Roads are good, actually. Don't get me wrong, America has an over-reliance on cars and vehicles in general. But, like, it is what it is currently, so while we are still primarily using individual cars as a way of getting from place to place, and the backbone of our supply chain domestically is truckers who use the highways, yes, we need taxes to keep the roads running.
it's for tracking you. Plates is for tracking you, knowing where you are, who you are, whatever. It ain't for your safety. It ain't for others' safety.
It is, actually. Roads that are maintained are safer than roads that are not.
It's to control you and know who you are, like a slave. You're labeled. You're numbered. You're tagged. Tags to tag your vehicle and you. When you're in that, a driver's license is just it's not a paper, it's card, but it's like papers, to be for them to be able to know who you are. It ain't about anybody else knowing who you are. I don't walk up to you and say, "Hey, give me your driver's license or your ID so I can."
No, that's not what it's for. No one said that's what it's for. It's literally so the government has record that you passed a driver's test. That's it. It's to make sure you have a license to drive. It's for the safety of others.
Make sure you're who you're telling me you are. It's not. That has nothing to do with everybody else. It has to do with keeping you as a slave, turning you into a slave, and having control over you. That license, you tell a cop, this is my property, I have a Fourth Amendment right.
It's not your property. Your driver's license is the property of the state, and when you received it, you signed a paper that said, under any circumstance where you're pulled over, you will give that to a police officer. You signed an agreement that says that if you have a driver's license. Now, did you read it? Maybe not, but it's not my problem you didn't read the contract you signed, or the agreement you signed.
To not give it up without a warrant. And then they'll tell you, that's not your license, it belongs...
The irony, too, yes. The irony of him comparing this to slavery when he is a pro-Confederate is just astonishing.
...to the government, and you have to give it to me. And that's a fact, because I've seen cops on videos say that. It don't belong to you, it belongs to the government. You're just to have it for them. It's just a record, and used to keep you in line. It's state policies. It ain't citizen policies. It ain't citizen laws.
I'm sorry, who elects state representatives again? I feel like maybe that's something you should know.
Laws the state just creates, and everybody just accepts it.
Or they elect new representatives to change those laws. You understand how voting works? Again, I'm not saying it's a perfect system, but there are avenues to go through to change the laws. In Michigan, and this isn't the same everywhere, but like in Michigan, we have a great system where we can put things on the ballot if enough people get signatures, and we have a great, like, whenever there's like a thing on the ballot that's a progressive thing, people out there getting signatures work really hard. That's how we legalized marijuana. I think we legalized gay marriage before 2015. I could be wrong, though. But there have been multiple things that have been pretty good that have been ballot initiatives. I think we did an anti-gerrymandering one.
That's it, happen. So they can create businesses to create the revenue they need to make
The business they operate is called the federal government. The revenue is your taxes. Pay them,
build
or you're gonna go to fucking jail.
the streets and maintain them.
Oh, that sucks, Baja.
They don't need to do all this other arbitrary theft.
God. Okay. I'm annoyed by how stupid he's being. I need someone slightly less stupid.
First of all, could I get your badge number?
I'm sorry?
Your name and badge number?
Officer Greenwald, 386.
386. Thank you for that. And you're wanting my driver's license because
Driver's
why?
license, proof of insurance. You've got a
For
infraction. You've your license.
Did
plate
he just
is
say bruh? Did he say bruh to a cop?
proof of insurance? You've got a
For
infraction. You've your license plate isn't on your license plate.
okay, so what crime do you suspect me of committing?
Sure, okay, he just said that. He just said that. He just said what you did that was unlawful.
In order to produce any kind of ID
Traffic
or to ID to you, traffic violation is not a crime, sir.
It is illegal. Again, I've talked about this many times, and they always are like, it's not a crime. It might not be against criminal law, but criminal law is not the only kind of law. Traffic law is a thing. Like, there's criminal law, there's civil law, there's traffic infractions, there are equipment citations and stuff like that too, if something's wrong with your vehicle, like a taillight's out or whatever. Not everything that is illegal is by definition criminal or a crime. They are, however, all illegal.
I've not caused anybody loss, injury, or harm.
Okay. So
This is
I
my
just
wife,
need your
my ex-wife's
driver's
car.
license, proof of insurance.
You're driving your ex-wife's car? H-Beard says if the way we do taxes is pretty weird, it's like, government, you owe us money. Me, okay, how much do I owe? Government, you tell us. I agree, it's weird and stupid, but, you know, the federal government is kind of a giant hydra. It's so big. Policy change, especially something as fundamental as how we file taxes, is really hard to change. I hope we do. I really do, but, like, it's kind of a weird Cronenbergian monster.
But I believe that would be a violation of my Fourth Amendment
Okay.
to have to give you anything over a traffic violation.
No, it isn't. Your Fourth Amendment says you have a right against unreasonable search or seizure. This is neither of those. You're required under the law to identify yourself to the police in a traffic stop and to produce your driver's license, insurance, and registration.
Which it's not even a traffic violation.
It is.
It's a equipment violation.
Oh, okay. So you know it's a violation in some way. Glad we're at least on the same page on that. They can pull you over for that, and you're required to give them your license. Hey, Grotz.
What was that, sir?
That's an equipment violation. It's not a traffic. I did not commit.
They actually did do something. I think next year you can file digitally for the federal government online through the government without having to go through a third-party private company like TurboTax. So that's a good step in the right direction.
Any kind of violation.
I think you still need to do state taxes, though, because, you know, that's a different thing.
Okay, it is a traffic violation. It goes with your tail lights. You have to have a license plate on your license plate and your tail lights.
Okay, again, this isn't my car. I didn't know that
Okay.
she had
But you're
issues.
operating the vehicle.
I
is
am.
what I'm telling you, sir.
However, in order to ID somebody, you must have reasonable articulable suspicion that I've committed a crime, about to commit a crime, or in the middle of committing.
He articulated to you the problem, and you're just ignoring it.
crime.
Okay.
And
I have never in my life more wanted, you know, in the Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, the gun that gives you empathy for another person. Someone should invent the empathy gun so that whenever people see sovereign citizens or meme stock people or QAnon or flat earthers, you can, like, use the empathy gun to make them see from the other person's perspective, and they'd be like, oh my god! Like that scene where the Martian Manhunter turned Joker sane for like a minute and he freaked out, like, what have I done?
so Would you go ahead and just call your supervisor? Because I don't answer questions and I don't give anything.
Okay, I've got a supervisor on the way right now.
Awesome. Thank you, sir.
Are you
No,
gonna go
I'm
ahead
not.
and
I'm
provide
not.
that ID for me?
Look, I'm not trying to give you a hard time or anything. I'm a constitutional scholar, and
Why
I
do they always say that? What do they think these words mean? Looking up things on the internet with sovereign citizens doesn't make you a constitutional scholar. What have you written? What scholarly article have you ever written, much less... I would assume you've never read any paper from an actual constitutional law scholar in any law journals. So you haven't read one, much less written one. Why do you think you're a constitutional law scholar? Because that's like a real thing. You're not it. Neither is Chili. You can't just say things.
exercise my all my rights. I never waived them ever.
Yeah, I heard about the Nightshade thing. I don't know how legitimate it is. My concern is that with the wave of AI, tech bro scams, on the inverse, there's also going to be scam companies that target artists, promising them, oh, buy our thing or use our thing, and it'll protect your artwork. Does it? How stable of a solution is that? Again, I'm not saying that's a bad thing. If it's real, great. I just want people to make sure they approach things like that with skepticism, because tech products that promise things like, oh, we'll protect you from having your stuff scraped by other programs, don't trust them immediately just because they're doing something that sounds good. They could be lying to you. Just make sure you check. Purple Pondini with 10,000 bits says, hi Hannah, finally caught a stream this week. Wow, thank you for 10,000 bits. I appreciate it. That is a big number. That's a huge number. Thank you, Purple Pondini. Appreciate it.
So I stand on my knowledge of what true law says in black and white, and anybody that violates my rights, I hold them accountable. Just
good luck with that. How many lawsuits have you filed /won? Have you won as many as Chili? He's also a constitutional law scholar, according to him.
For the transparency and to make sure that y'all are following your oath to the Constitution.
You're currently...
Okay, the Constitution has the 10th Amendment, which says that states can create their own laws, and all states in the United States have created traffic laws that make you have to, in order to operate a motor vehicle, which this is, on public roads, which is where you are, you need a driver's license that's up to date. You need a registration, insurance, and license plate. VIN numbers need to be unobscured. He's following the Constitution.
Driving this vehicle, correct?
I'm not a driver.
There's a few artist-made programs that are regularly updating to fight and fuck up AI databases stealing art. Not all are legit, but a few are, so do your research.
No.
Just be careful out there. We are truly in the age of scams. We are in the scam economy. Please keep an eye out on any good or service you are looking to get. Everyone's trying to take advantage of everyone. It's a scary world.
That's a commercial term. I'm not in any kind of commercial capacity. I'm not trafficking. I'm not.
Okay.
So this is
a... traveling? Are you driving? What are you doing?
Driving is a commercial term, and this is...
No, it's not. No matter how many times you try and say driver is a commercial term, it doesn't make it true. You cannot manifest reality by repeating a meme.
Not a motorized vehicle. That's a commercial term. This is my ex-wife's personal, legally and lawfully paid for personal property.
Okay.
Okay, that's cool. And you can have it. She can possess that because it is apparently her personal property. If she owns it, great. In order to use that personal property on public roads, you still need to follow all of those laws, which you have not. Regardless of if it's your vehicle or her vehicle, you have not done the legal thing, so now you have been pulled over.
So you're not going to provide that ID for me?
Sir, unless I'm being threatened to be arrested.
You are.
Then I'm...
Just assume that. Wouldn't that be so much easier? Can we all just teach them, assume that you are under the threat of arrest if you break the law and don't comply? That is always the assumption. Do you not know that? Do you not know how the police work? Yes, the assumption with the police is that if you refuse their orders, they will arrest you. You can assume that the second the interaction starts. You don't have to wait for any sort of, like, verbal confirmation. Yes, if you don't follow the officer's legal, lawful orders, they are going to arrest you. That's how that works.
Under force, threat, and duress, I will present it. But then we're going to have a huge issue just being straightforward with you. I'm not trying to give you a hard time.
Right.
But that would be in 1983, Section 40, or...
I don't understand what these people think cops are for. Like, if they think cops can be told, no, I don't consent to being arrested, what do they think the function of the police is in society?
Title 42, Section 1983, deprivation of rights.
Okay.
And I would not want to drag you through that, but I will, just because I do always stand on my rights. I don't ever waive them, ever, because waiving my rights can never be turned into a crime. So I'm good where I'm at.
Okay. Would you like to speak to my supervisor?
I would.
He knows the script. That's actually a really good way to put it. Yep, you can refuse to talk to the police, but you better obey them. Yeah. You are required to identify yourself in a traffic stop. That is a requirement. Giving them your driver's license, insurance, registration, those are required. But, as always, it's Shut the Fuck Up Friday. Even though it's Sunday.
He's coming around on your passenger side, sir.
I got my window down over here.
Safer for me.
Yes, sir.
This side safer for me.
Say again.
I said this side safer for me.
Okay, no problem. And
What's going on,
could I get your name and badge number just for the record?
Yeah, it's I checked 180.
Thank you for that. Like I was telling this officer here, you know, not trying to give you a hard time at all, but I do exercise my rights. I'm a constitutional scholar, and I know my rights very well, and I know about my right to travel, and I just don't ever...
I so badly want to ask him, list the Bill of Rights. List every amendment in the Bill of Rights and what it is and what it means. You're a constitutional law scholar. Name everything in the Bill of Rights. You don't have to say it verbatim, of course, just like generally. Give me all of... This is why I'd be terrible at this. I just fuck with people all day.
voluntarily give jurisdiction to anybody. I know my Fourth Amendment right to be secure in my person's papers, houses, and effects.
Yes, you have a right to protect against unreasonable search and seizure. Unreasonable is a pretty important word in that sentence. The courts have a pretty strict definition of what they consider unreasonable based on so much precedent in the courts. Probably reasonable here, considering you don't have a license plate on your car. Just putting it out there. H. Baird says, with all the times these people say, for the record, I want to start a business where SovSits can hire a court reporter to follow them around all day.
Against any unreasonable searches or seizures that shall not be violated, and no warrant shall issue but upon probable cause.
The problem is no one wants to follow around sovereign citizens all day,
Okay, let me cut
much less in their cars.
you short here. This isn't a search, it is a seizure.
To e plebnista. Oh, well, now I gotta do the thing. This is your fault. One of my favorite Star Trek clips. So corny and fun.
No.
They've gone to a planet in this episode where it's like a post-apocalypse, and there's an ancient document they're using to fight their tribal wars, and Kirk's about to see it. What about Bob? Thanks for 31 months. Says more Hannah time.
Oh.
That in the 1960s, they had the forethought to genuinely have Kirk say, like, hey, the American Constitution, we're not saying Captain Kirk thinks that in the future this is the best thing ever. It's not. It's one of many different founding legal documents that are wonderful and respected throughout human culture and history. Like, that's a pretty progressive thing to say in the 1960s.
Among worlds.
They keep ending up on planets that are exactly like Earth. Yeah, there's actually a thing in the Star Trek universe called, it's named after a fictional scientist. It's called, like, someone's theory of parallel planetary development or something, And it basically says, yeah, sometimes there's just like other Earth planets out there for reasons. So we can have that as plot. I love that speech. It's so good. It's so good. And it basically encapsulates how I feel about the Constitution. It's a document written by people who, frankly, weren't fulfilling the meaning of the words. As we all know, many of them were slave owners. It was a period in time where women didn't have rights. But I think what the words can mean to us are important. The idea that everyone is created equal and we all deserve equal rights, regardless of if the origin of these ideas in that particular document are problematic, that concept is still incredibly important and something that's always worth striving for. So that's how I feel about it. They must apply to everyone, or they mean nothing. Peeplord says, Planet Africa, TNG. That was a first season episode. It was a first season episode. Real bad. Real bad.
Traffic violation.
So I'm under arrest?
No, the officer requested.
Am I being detained?
Yes, you are being detained.
So I am under arrest.
Okay, you call it what you want to do.
Well, yeah, that would
You
be.
can look at the citation as an arrest, yes, sir. But we need your identification, being your driver's
Well,
license.
anytime I'm detained, that's a custodial arrest. So like I just
Okay.
invoke my rights at all times.
Okay, so
I think there's a few episodes in season 1 that I like, and there's a decent amount in season 2, but season 1 is really hard to get through if it's your first time watching TNG and you're like, what the fuck is this? Like, the first season's real rough. 2 is where they start to figure out the formula in some episodes. 3 onward, pretty good. Well, you know, season 7's, but...
I need your driver's license.
Okay, under force, threat, and duress, I will present them.
Okay,
Yeah, it's weird that Shatner played so many based characters, and yet he's not in real life.
go ahead and produce your driver's
I'm telling you, Shatner's gonna be the last to go because evil lives forever.
license.
Are you going to arrest me if I do not?
Yes,
You are?
yes.
Yep.
Okay, that's all I need. Thank you. Only under force, threat, and duress. And I
Cool
made that very
beans.
clear to you.
You have proof of insurance as well, sir?
I invoke my rights. You know what you're doing here? You're opening yourself up for litigation. Okay.
What's your driver's license?
Constantly threatening them with lawsuits doesn't seem to be working. Have you considered following the law?
Say again,
Because you committed a violation, the officer stopped you.
Stop! You have violated the law.
I committed
Surrender now.
a violation because there was a license plate light tag out. But what crime did I commit? What crime do you suspect me of?
Holy
There's a
shit.
license plate light out, and that's what the
It's like arguing with a toddler.
officer
But why?
explained to you.
I explained it already. You need to understand the difference between not getting an answer and not getting an answer you like. Because there is a difference.
That's not,
That it's a violation of the Missouri State Driver's Code.
but I'm not driving.
Okay,
I'm not in
you're
any.
driving.
I'm not. No, sir.
I'm not touching
Okay, but
you. I'm not
driving.
touching you. Tag, you're it. No, I'm not. I had a shield. I had a shield this whole time. I'm not it. You're still it. You can't just make up rules. I have a shield, and I say I can. That's a new rule. I can make up rules. There was a kid like that in my elementary school, and I hated them. I think everyone has that kid. A lot of people have probably been that kid. You can't just make up rules in the middle of the game. You can't. That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works. You would...
Just,
Society is kind of like a big game. Like, obviously it's serious, but you can consider the social norms and rules and laws of society sort of like contextualizing a game you play as children. There's bounds, there's rules, there's roles, right? In life, you can't operate the game like a child making shit up because no one else is going to deal with you. Because it's not a game on a playground. It's everyone's fucking lives. Just be normal. Not even normal, because I'm not normal. Don't be an asshole.
Debate this.
it's not debate. It's the truth, and I stand on the
Okay,
truth.
that's fine. You stand on the truth. I'm going to follow my guidelines. The officer
All right.
needs your driver's license.
I'll present them.
Thank you.
I don't have to give them to you. I can present them.
No,
No,
you
you
need
have
to
You'd have to give them to them. They're the property of the state. Your driver's license.
give it to me, sir.
Say again. Say it again.
He really thinks he's doing something here with the camera. He's like, I'm gonna sue you. Good luck. I wish you luck on your quest, sir.
You guys are going to be YouTube famous.
That's the most embarrassing thing to ever say. Don't say that shit.
Okay. Under force, threat, and duress.
You will be arrested.
YouTube famous. Wow, this has a whole 4,000 views. Famous.
If you don't get
Okay,
ID.
there you go. Thank
You
you.
have proof of insurance as well?
I got to get it from her. This ain't my car, like I said. And she's got it on her phone. I know she's got insurance. There's no...
Okay, for anyone who needs to hear this, you're supposed to have your insurance in your car, not on your phone. Like, often you can probably show them just the thing on your phone, and they'll be like, okay, whatever. But they'll also check and make sure you have the actual thing. It's not supposed to just be on your phone. The insurance is for your car, so it needs to be in your car, especially if someone else is driving it. You are required to have a paper copy of your insurance, your proof of insurance, in your car. I get it. It's really easy to get the thing on your phone. I also have that, so I understand. But you are also supposed to have a paper copy. Legally, you're supposed to have a paper copy. Sure, if the cop asks, you can maybe just say, hey, I have it in my phone, is that fine? I have the paper copy if you'd like, and maybe they'll be like, I'll just look at your phone. But you're supposed to have the paper copy as proof, no matter what.
No doubt.
Oh, that's not true everywhere? Oh. It's at least true in Michigan. In Michigan, you're supposed to have a paper one.
Got in my mind.
Okay, but you don't have insurance currently with you?
Like I said, not my car. She's got it on her.
At least last time I was pulled over, which was like a couple of years ago for a taillight thing. They told me that I legally needed to have a copy. They didn't cite me at the time. They were like, fine, but...
Her phone. She's not with
They did tell me I'm supposed to have the paper thing.
me. I don't have her insurance policy on my phone.
Okay.
It's hers.
Profane Priestess says, listen, some rules are worth breaking. It was just and good to form unions even when it was illegal. The Underground Railroad was just, even though it was illegal. It was good to shelter Jews, queers, Romani, and other disabled in the Holocaust. Some rules are so evil that it becomes just to break them. Boring traffic laws are not one of those cases. Agreed. I think we all here, being in this group of people, I think a lot of us probably fall outside of, society's average. There's absolutely reasons to break the law. Like, the law is not morality and vice versa. But this ain't one of them. This isn't one of them.
Okay. All right. Give me one moment.
Am I free to go?
We're just hanging out, man. You're good.
You're just hanging out?
Oh my god, are they letting him go? Don't let him go!
Just wasting my time? Could I get your name and badge
I
number,
fucking
sir?
hate when they let them go.
Okay.
All you've done is let them win because they're trying to... Maybe they're the kind of person who actually believes this. Maybe they're just trying to stall you long enough that you get annoyed and walk away. Either way, if you walk away, they win. And if they are true believers, all you've done is reinforce the belief that they're right, and that it's going to make it more difficult for the next person who pulls them over.
Wow. Unbelievable guy.
Understand?
Oh, okay, he did get a ticket. Good, thank fuck.
Unbelievable guy.
You've got court November 14th, 9 a.m. The court's phone number is right there if you have any questions. Do you have any questions for me, sir?
I'm good.
Okay.
Yeah. Did you take an oath to the Constitution?
I did.
All right. Why don't you uphold it?
Okay. Thank you, sir.
He did in this case. What he did was not unconstitutional, in my layperson opinion. Just gave you a goddamn ticket. I know this guy did a hit and run. This is a sovereign citizen that did a hit and run, which is not a good thing to do.
Well, you guys are going to release me and stop wasting my time, or I'm going to charge you for my time.
Yep, we tried that once already. Didn't work so well, did it?
Oh, you think I tried that?
Yes, because I know who you are.
Oh, okay. How the fuck does someone fit back here, really?
Not very good.
I'm Valiant Channel Guy. To an accident. Head to Flandreau, South Dakota for a video where police get dispatched to an accident. But this isn't just any accident, this is a minor accident involving a sovereign citizen, so of course it turns into a circus with lots of word salad, threats to the police officers which backfire spectacularly, and because he refuses to identify to the police and the alleged victim for insurance purposes, he gets a pair of silver bracelets and a ride to jail.
I know we watched part of this before. I don't think we watched most of it, though.
Do not identify yourself. You'll be going to jail. I'm going to jail? You're going to kidnap me? What crime did I commit?
Going to jail is not kidnapping. You're being arrested for the alleged hit and run.
Right now?
I have grown in my age cynical about the McRib. It's no longer a special occasion for me. You know what I've discovered? The McRib's actually pretty gross. Not worth it.
So
Can't trick me again with your FOMO, McDonald's. I've learned your trickery with your shaped pork products.
what do you need my ID for? What is the crime I committed? Because you were involved in an accident. I'm not saying you committed a crime right now. But because you're... Why are you shaking, man? Are you alright? Are you nervous? No. You're shaking. That makes me kind of nervous, man. You're over there with all these guns and shit all suited up, and you're the one shaking.
I mean, it could be cold, but also, he is talking to someone who apparently did an alleged hit and run, and is a sovereign citizen. I'd be a bit anxious considering, again, I'm not saying, and I don't think most sovereign citizens actually want to cause bodily harm to anyone. However, there have been incidents where sovereign citizens have murdered people for their sovereign citizen bullshit, you know? It's just, talking to unstable, delusional people in general isn't very fun, and you don't know how they're going to behave. Like, sovereign citizens, look at Marcel, for instance. I would never want to interact with Marcel IRL. He's a scary, unstable person. I don't think most sovereign citizens probably are. I think most of them are probably just people who are uninformed, confused, delusional, whatever. But, like, some of them are a little scary. And this guy allegedly actually hit someone, so I get that.
Are you alright, man?
Yeah, the McRibs, when I worked at McDonald's in high school and a little bit of college, the McRib sauce is disgusting. If you don't know the McRibs, they get cooked and then maybe it's different now. This was a decade ago, so I'm assuming things are a little different now. But they'd cook the McRibs, which, you know, it's basically pork that has been emulsified, shredded, homogenized, shaped into the mold in a shape of a rib with bone. There's no bone, it's just meat shaped like bone, but you get it. And then, once those are cooked, you put them in a tray full of some of the most caustic barbecue sauce I've ever, like, smelled and tasted. Like, the McRib sauce, especially when you have just a whole tray, because they sit in warming trays, soaking in the barbecue sauce for like an hour, until someone orders them or until it reaches the time you gotta throw it out. But don't worry, if you're worried about McDonald's, when I worked there, the owner hated waste. But also, you know, was worried about times, so we couldn't make to order, but we also couldn't make stuff. So what ended up happening is, you know, stuff would go beyond when it was supposed to be thrown out, but it wouldn't get thrown out, because if we did, our boss would get mad at us. If you want to eat in a healthy environment, pay your workers better and don't treat them like shit. Anyway, the McRibs would sit in there and the sauce would hit your nose. And I don't care if you have the most stuffed up, congested nose in the world. You pull out the barbecue tray with the McRib and it's just, it's like distilled vinegar straight into the center of your head. Like, I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of nice when your nose is stuffed up. But like, I don't want to eat it anymore. I feel like it could peel paint. Like, there's no flavor, it's just vinegar! Anyway, that's my bit on the McRib, I guess.
You see what's going on here? You see him shaking?
Yep. Also, for all we know, this officer might have some kind of thing where he just is shaky. That's also fine.
Need medical attention. What I want right now is for you.
If you want some actual good fast food nuggets, I think Wendy's nuggets aren't too bad. But yeah, McDonald's nuggets are trash. They're only good for nostalgia when you want to feel like a toddler, because, like, you know, it's like Lunchables, you know? Like, Lunchables are a nostalgia thing. They're not necessarily good. Though they do make good Lunchables for adults now. They're basically just mini charcuterie boards with, you know, salami and cheeses and stuff. Those are good. But, you know, stuff like Lunchables, stuff like McDonald's nuggets, it's nostalgia-based. They're disgusting.
You want, that's nice. If you want anything you want, you ain't gonna get it.
Is that what you said to the owner of the building you hit, I wonder? Hence why the police had to be called over what is essentially just a minor bump. And yes, this officer shaking is unusual, but it's not unheard of, especially when dealing with sovereign citizens because of how dangerous they can be. But his partner doesn't seem to be concerned, so you shouldn't be either. Plus, he does a great job with the arrest later anyway.
Okay, put your hands
I
up in
made
the
a
car.
deal with that man right there.
Put your hands up in the car.
I said,
Did he hit and run a building?
hey, maybe.
Sorry, I kind of zone out at the Van Balian parts, because I, A, don't want to copy things he's saying, although it would probably help if I actually listened to make sure I don't. And B, I don't know, sometimes he'll say stuff that I disagree with. Not to say, like, I don't like him or anything. Sometimes I just feel like he's very in the mode of, like, I want to own them so hard, I'll look the other way on shitty things the officer does. Not to an extreme amount where I won't watch him, but just sometimes I'm like,
Put your
don't know how I feel about that.
hands up on the car.
Okay? And I
How did he hit and run a building? Did he just hit the wrong pedal? Or like, how'd he do that?
worked out with him that I will cover the damages. That has nothing to do with you. Nothing to do with you. Do you?
Did I see he got a gag order charge of $10,000? He's not gonna pay it. He should get, this time it should be $10,000, and every subsequent time he talks about it, it should double. It should go to 20, then 40, then 80.
Lovely.
Now, why would the owner of the building you allegedly hit with your truck need to call the police if you'd already worked this out with him? That doesn't make a lot of sense, does it? Fortunately, because this is body cam footage, we get the other side of the story, which, surprise, surprise, doesn't line up or paint him or his passenger in a very good light.
Okay, hands up. At this point, I wish to remain secure in my persons, papers, and effects.
Again, that's not how the Fourth Amendment works. That's not how this works. The Fourth Amendment does not mean that you don't have to listen to the police because you feel a certain way. That's not what it says.
Sir, I will charge you with assault.
The first time was 5K, so they do soon to be doing that? Okay. That's good.
Kidnapping. I'm not resisting. Why are you both up on me?
He's not on you. He's holding your arm.
I do not wish for this to happen, gentlemen.
You were given a lawful order.
No, that's not an order.
I do not wish for this to happen, gentlemen. Well, no shit. I don't think anybody wishes to be placed in handcuffs. That's kind of the point of an arrest.
I've been known on occasion to enjoy being placed in handcuffs. Very different context, though.
Car.
Yeah, dude, my wrist is backwards. Come on, man.
It's not backwards. It's on
It's
right.
not backwards. Come on.
It's supposed to be like this so you can't.
So I'm supposed to be like this and like break my wrist? Come on.
It's not
man.
broke.
No, but you're gonna go try and sit me down in the back of your car like that. You want me to break my wrist when I
It's
sit
not
down?
going to
Come
break
on.
when you sit down.
Handcuffs are not built for comfort, so, you know, if you don't like how they feel, then maybe it's not a good idea to refuse to identify.
Black's Law Dictionary request, Akintar. What do you want me to look up? I found the full Black's Law, by the way, so that's good.
After allegedly fleeing the scene of an accident, just saying.
Bondage? That's not going to be in here, but
Is
sure.
there a need for this, or is it just so that you guys can feel better about yourself?
Oh yeah, real good about myself.
Yeah, you do, huh? You know, there's real...
Oh, no, it is, of course, but obviously it's going to be in this context. Slavery, involuntary personal servitude, captivity in Old English law, villanage, villain tenure, such as prohibited by the 13th Amendment to the U.S. Constitution. Wow, these tabs have helped speed up Finding words so much. Oh, I gotta finish tabbing it at some point.
Crime in this city. There's like murder.
There is, like failing to identify yourself when you're involved in an accident.
Identify as a crime. I want to see the charge for that. What charge is that? What law did I break by failure to identify? Let me see. Is South Dakota a stop and ID state?
We're not
Gentlemen.
stopping an ID. You're involved in an accident.
Whoa, whoa, whoa! Show me what law you're saying I'm breaking.
You allegedly ran into a building and ran away. There are laws for that. You can't hit and run. You're not supposed to run into other people's houses or businesses with your car.
You're throwing me in a car.
South Dakota Codified Laws 32-34-6. Any driver of any vehicle involved in an accident resulting in damage to property shall stop his vehicle at the scene of the accident and immediately give his name and address and the name and address of the owner of the vehicle. You clearly didn't do this.
Any knives on you beside this one?
I have all kinds of stuff on my pockets that you are not free to touch, sir. That is my property.
You're being arrested and that's a knife. They can't let you have a knife when you're being arrested.
Exactly, and you're under arrest.
Because you might stab someone. Again, not saying anything about, like, this individual person. Just in general, there's a reason there's a policy that they take your weapons. Sure, that doesn't mean everyone who gets arrested is gonna, stab someone because they have a knife. I'd imagine most wouldn't. The vast majority wouldn't. But it's still just easier and safer to take it, because you're getting arrested. They're gonna inventory your stuff anyway.
Any other knives?
I'm sure I got plenty on me.
How many edged weapons do you see now?
Alright, have a seat.
What are you doing with my property?
Your property's in the front seat right next to where you're gonna be.
Well, it might behoove you to know that there's another small knife in my right pocket.
That's good. Thank you for letting them know. That's good. It's good of you to do that.
And I really know you were not allowed to reach into my pocket.
Well, why did you tell them that then? What? You just told them. Obviously they're gonna take it. I thought you were actually trying to show a little bit of like, okay, I'll tell you. You were couching it in defensive language. But like, it did seem like you were maybe just trying to let them know defensively. But no. Okay. Now I'm just confused. I'm just confused what you're even going for here.
Take the cuffs off and I'll get it in my fucking cell.
It's in your front pocket, you can't reach it anyway. Get in.
Do not fucking touch me. Oh, you can't just take the cuffs off, though, huh?
I'm honestly surprised they're even letting him try and get it himself.
Alright, have a seat.
I'd rather not.
I don't care what you rather do. Get in the car.
What is your name?
Sergeant Newenfeld.
Newenfeld and Weber. What is your first name?
Rob.
Rob
Get in.
Newenfeld and what Weber?
Zach.
Zach Weber.
Why is he just, what is this pregnant silence about? Are you like memorizing them? Do you think this is like the flashback scene in your revenge film where you remember this moment and how like, I'll remember your names forever. You will pay. You'll rue the day.
No, thank
the car.
you. This is against my will.
Yep. It's an arrest.
How the fuck does someone fit back here, really?
Not very good.
Okay, that retort and door slam in response to this guy's whining was gold and deserves the replay.
How the fuck does someone fit back here, really?
Not very good.
I mean, what did he expect? Leather recliners and a movie? Unbelievable. Anyway, now they speak to the alleged victim to get his side of the story.
So what happened?
So,
hats off. What would you like me to wear?
Used to cook at Fajitas. Big native guy. His mom knocked on the door, came in, and was like, "What's going on?" She said, "Somebody just hit your building and then drove away." I was like, "Well, did you see where they went?" Yeah, they backed in right over by the.
I do not have a bucket hat, no.
I was like, okay. So she
hydrate.
sends me, I sent this to her already. She sends me, I said, do you have a picture of it? She goes, yeah. So she sends me that from the apartment they live in.
Okay.
So I walk over there, I'm looking around the truck, and she's walking back up. She said, if I need to testify, I'll testify. What's right's right, what's wrong's wrong. I was like, okay.
I'm gonna put it on the witch hat if that's okay. It's because it's keeping me warm. I'm not cold or anything, it's just like I'm at the perfect temperature, and I'm afraid taking it off will make me cold. I assume that's okay. If not, let me know. I will change it if you'd like.
And she goes, oh, I was looking for license plate. She goes, oh, they're on the dash. So I took a picture of the license plate on the dash. So there's no plates anywhere else on the truck. And as I was sitting there, the lady in the white car, she's like, can I help you? I'm like, is this yours? Or do you know whose this is? It's my husband's. Why? So he hit my building. I said, it's not a big deal. He just hit it. Just want to figure out what's going on. Well, let me back up. Right away she said, he didn't do that. He's been here forever. When did it happen? I said, oh, 10, 15 minutes ago. She just came to my office. He's been here for a long time. That truck hasn't moved. So I called Weber and said, hey, somebody hit my vehicle or my office. They're claiming it didn't happen. It's easier to just get a police report because if I turn it into insurance, they're going to want what I do.
So after hearing that and knowing how this video ends, I think he made the right decision to call the police. Like he said, for insurance purposes, but especially because his wife is denying it. But to be fair, he isn't denying it, and they were negotiating.
Yeah. Worst Rob Liefeld works? Oh boy, that's something I need to see. I'm not a fan of Rob Liefeld. I know that's not a hot take, but that's what got me to want to click on this. Jesus Christ. 90s comics were a mistake. Like, hey, 70s and 80s comics, there's stuff I don't like, but like, still very readable in a lot of instances, especially the good stuff. 90s comics, even good 90s comics are tainted by the 90s Rob Liefeldification of comics. So fucking weird and not in a fun way. Just unlikable, overly sexualized to a point of being like weird. Not fun, but like objectification. The anatomies all over the place. Look at this. It looks like, why does Captain America look like he has Freddy Krueger burns on his torso? The excessive detailing where it doesn't belong. Ugh. Hate. Anyway. At least he's not Greg Land. I'll give him credit. He's not Greg Land. So good job on that.
Negotiating the repair, but he was being vague about his details, and things started to go downhill when he learned the police had been called. So yeah, he definitely did the right thing by calling the police.
So he comes out right away.
Liefeld cannot draw feet. Greg Land is a plagiarist. One sec. Damn, they don't just have that clip? Okay, hold on, the whole movie's here.
You steal.
So I just need to find the part where he calls someone a plagiarist. Plagiarist. It's when he cuts the guy's head off. Where is it? No, it's before that. The timing's already ruined the joke. Well, never mind.
Yeah, sorry if I did it. I don't know if I did or didn't, but if I did it, I'll just fix it, take care of it. I'm like, oh, I have Dan Hahn. I just put it on a year ago. I'll have him come back over and figure out what it's going to take to patch it. It's not going to be horrible. There's a reason we put that break in there for reasons like this. If we can't, we got to cut it all out. It blends better. Well, he was like, yep, no problem, whatever. And I said, hey, oh, that's Zach. I said, I just called the cops in case I have to turn into insurance. I need a police report. Yeah, and then you took over. He got belligerent right away.
So you didn't make no deal with him that he's going to pay for it?
I said I would have Han come look at it and we can figure out, because I gave him my number. Okay. I said, we can figure out what it's going to take to fix it. I said, but I don't know. He goes, I'll fix it. I'm going to have Dan fix it. I said, if you're going to fix it, you're going to pay to fix it, we're good, but I don't. And then you pulled in and then he got belligerent.
So he didn't identify himself to you yet either?
Well, he said his first name, but I didn't catch it. He kind of moved through it.
Klaatu Verada.
But that's his wife. She identified herself to me as his wife. Against it.
Can we talk to the wife?
Identify himself.
Yeah, she said that's my husband's truck. Because she went inside to get it.
Okay.
Is what she told me. He said his first name, but it mumbled through it.
I can understand him not wanting to identify himself to the cops because he's a sovereign citizen and they think they're above the law, but not wanting to give his name to this guy is very suspicious.
Oh yeah, he was probably just going to try and get away. I don't think he was ever planning on paying for the damage.
Unless, of course, you're driving around without insurance and your registration expired in 2022.
That's one of the reasons I always find it funny when, like, sovereign citizens will be like, why do I need insurance? In case you're liable for something? Like, even if we legally didn't need insurance, and I am so glad we do, but even if we didn't, I'd still have it? Like, do you not maybe understand why that's an important thing to have?
Then this all makes complete sense.
I don't know, do you have the... Would it be under the plates that are on the windshield?
I don't know. I can check here. They're massively expired. Well, if he just bought it, they might not even be to him.
No, maybe not. Because I was walking around trying to get a plate, so at least I had a picture in case it left.
Damage to his...
Nervous when your pickup pulled up.
I guess this is a still image from the surveillance video at the point where he backed into the building, but...
Jesus Christ, look at that truck! These giant trucks in America are such a fucking monstrosity. They're a public health issue. The amount of emotional support pickup trucks in America is astronomical. So many insecure dudes who've never needed to haul anything in their life buying the world's biggest trucks just so they can feel manly. It is bizarre. It's so weird.
It's difficult to tell, but then again, he doesn't seem to be denying it at this point. The question is...
So dangerous for pedestrians, for other cars. It's ridiculous.
Did he leave the city?
At the very least, they're starting to electrify them. They're terrible for the environment, but at the very least, like, Ford is switching their, line to electric over the course of the next decade. That's good. But still, they're an issue. These things electrified when they're silent, even scarier.
Accident, and does he have insurance? Anyway, now they go take pictures of the damage to his truck and question him further.
I said, I called them. I said, I didn't know if I could figure out whose truck it was or even if it was here at the time. So I figured just in case for insurance purposes, I needed a report.
Jesus, at least it looks like he probably actually needs the truck, I would hope, because it looks like there's, like, toolboxes and stuff on it. So I'm hoping it's at least a work truck. I completely understand if you need a work truck getting a pickup, for sure. There's a utility in that. I'm talking about people, and this is very personal to me, because my dad is one of these people. He, would continually get these giant trucks. And... it's so bizarre because literally he wouldn't want people to put things in the back because the bed would get scratched. And it's like, okay, multiple things. First of all, they make treatments that you can put on them to make them, stronger, less prone to like scratches or whatever. You can get things to put in the truck bed that'll protect it. But also, why did you buy a giant pickup truck if you never intend to use the back for any purpose ever explicitly? Like, do you see how fucking pathetic and weird that is? He made a whole, like, fake persona. It's so weird. Gregory Term says, my boss has a truck that's like 9 feet tall. It has a ladder that extends if you want to get in it. Ridiculous. Big unnecessary trucks that you don't use for work are like the Hummers of the 2020s. It's how you can tell who's really insecure and probably has a tiny dick. Yeah, that definitely looks like a utility truck. That's good.
Now, would you look at that damage
Look at that,
you would
dent.
expect to see and definitely feel if you backed your truck into a building?
Yeah, my phone.
Here, I get it for you. So the statute that you need to identify yourself for is you hit the building.
Is that the law?
Yes.
Is that a statute? or
South
is that
Dakota
law?
State Codified Law.
It's funny when they go for the statute thing when it's not even a statute. Like, no, it's a criminal offense to hit and run. You can't even play your semantic game here. This is a criminal law. You have broken criminal law.
It's a statute. It's not law.
It says codified
It is a law.
law.
What sovereign
See, they're still trying the script. They're still trying the script. This is why I need a soundboard.
Stop! You violated the law. Pay the court a fine or serve your sentence. Your stolen goods are now forfeit.
I haven't tried this in Starfield. I haven't been arrested yet because I'm a good girl and I don't break the laws in video games usually. At least if I think I'm gonna get caught. Does it do something similar in Starfield? Just curious. Cult of Cautious Optimism says, my family was coming home from downtown and had to wait for 20 minutes to get out of a parking garage because this guy couldn't get out of his lifted giant truck to put his card in the machine to get out. That's funny. I'm missing an entire quest line in Starfield. No, I did that one. You don't have to get arrested to start that quest. You can, but I started it officially by going through the, by becoming United Colonies citizen and asset. But I am aware that that quest can also start, and typically starts with people getting arrested.
that law?
Huh?
What sovereign writ
State of South
that
Dakota.
law? State of South Dakota is not sovereign.
I know, it's a state. That's where you're at.
I know it's a state. It's where you at. Yes!
No, I'm in a state of bliss. I'm in a state of being.
Okay.
I'm in a
I'm like in a state of being, man. You have no authority in my vibe chamber.
natural state.
All right. So
I am not in the state of South Dakota. I am on
all right.
the land.
You can explain that to the
Yes, the jurisdiction is the land.
judge. All right.
AI truck ad. Oh yeah, I'm gonna watch this shit.
Lie.
Oh my god, there was this guy on Twitter earlier that was trying to brag about his fucking AI art, air quotes, air quotes, air quotes, and arguing with people. He's like, no, I'm an artist. I'm an artist. I fucking hate it. I hate it. Like, I'm not even telling people not to fuck around with this stuff. Like, this technology exists. We have to deal with that as it exists, not pretend it doesn't. But, like, you are not an artist for typing things into a fucking picture calculator. Gah!
Goliath. Finally, a normal-sized truck.
Finally, a truck I can use in the apocalypse for my Mad Max cult. Oh yeah, his art, air quotes, was literally just cartoon characters. Since in the 90s, doesn't even look like a big car these days. Like, this does not look like this looks like a, it reminds me of this. There's a scene where he has to gain enough weight, in order to work from home, and the amount he needs to be, and it's supposed to be, like, comically fat, because it's the 90s and fat jokes are still like a big thing. He's just under 300 pounds. In the United States, there are a lot of people who are 300 pounds. And then there was another one. The Onion did a razor joke at some point that was like, I think this was a joke after they started doing 2 and 3 bladed razors. So the Onion did an article that's like, our new 5-bladed razor, which is like a joke. But now there are razors that I think have like 7 blades. Here it is. It's from 2004. Fuck everything, we're doing 5 blades. Would someone tell me how this happened? We were the fucking vanguard of the shaving in this country. The Gillette Mach 3 was the razor to own. Then the other guy came out with a 3-bladed razor. Were we scared? Hell no, because we hit back with a little thing called the Mach 3 Turbo. That's 3 blades and an aloe strip for moisture. But you know what happened next? Shut up. I'm telling you what happened. The bastards went to 4 blades. Now we're standing around with our cocks in our hands selling 3 blades and a strip. Moisture or no, suddenly we're the chumps. Well, fuck it. We're going to 5 blades! You get it. This is a joke from 20 years ago. I could probably get a 7-bladed razor right now. Let me look. 7-bladed razor. Oops. Yep. There's a 7-bladed razor. You can buy it on Amazon. I just use a safety razor with 1 blade because I'm based.
Says the guy stood there on the land in a pair of handcuffs.
Seriously, if you know what you're doing, it's so much cheaper and better to like use a single-bladed safety razor. You get like a really, really good close shave if you know what you're doing and don't cut yourself.
About to take a ride to jail. And
luckily, this skill isn't going to be helpful much longer for me. I'm making a lot of progress in electrolysis and there's less and less hair in the first place, but still. I learned this as a skill. So, especially if you are looking to get rid of facial hair, if you're a trans woman like me, or just trying to get rid of facial hair for whatever reason, 1-bladed razors get a really, really close shave. Look up how to do it to make sure you're doing it correctly, because you don't want to do swipe after swipe after swipe, or you're going to irritate your skin. So you do need to do it correctly and be more careful. But it's a lot cheaper. You can get packs of the razors for so cheap comparatively to like buying, you know, razor packs from Gillette or whoever.
It's one of the most important states, that being the state of delusion you must be in to think you're going to be able to convince a cop or a judge that statutes and codes aren't law.
I don't need to hear it. You can explain that to the judge.
Well, you guys are going to release me and stop wasting my time, or I'm going to charge you for my time.
Yep, we tried that once already. It didn't work so well, did it?
Oh, you think I tried that?
Yes, because I know who you are.
Oh, okay.
I almost felt second-hand embarrassment for him then.
Does it work on legs? You have to be very careful, but I have used it on my legs before. I at this point, if I do like a touch-up of my legs, which is only like every 2 or 3 months, because my hair is like very light, very thin, grows very slowly. It's not really noticeable most of the time. So, like, maybe every 2 or 3 months I'll shave, and usually then I'll use, like, you know, I don't even know what it is. It's probably like a Schick for her, you know, it's one of those pink razors that's good for, like, contours of the leg, but I have used it for legs before.
Almost. But the fact that this guy is threatening the police with his $1 million fee schedule when he knows it doesn't work, yet still wheels it out to intimidate, should tell you everything you need to know about what sort of person this is.
Let's see how that goes.
You can identify yourself.
Or you guys can keep running your extortion racket, because I've worked out with that man that I will compensate any and all damages. And I don't need no third-party interlopers interfering into my affairs.
Interlopers.
You didn't identify yourself.
I identified myself to him.
Not according to him.
Okay. Then he can go to court and we'll have this conversation in court. But I have nothing to do with you two clowns.
Yep. You're going to get a citation for leaving the scene of an accident.
Oh, I left while I was here the whole time?
Did you?
What was I
Did
not
you
here
go
the
in
whole time?
Did you go in the building and tell him that you hit his building?
I didn't know I hit the building, sir.
Okay.
Then why would you have gone in? What? There's a dent in your truck. If your truck is so long that you can't feel when you run into a building, you shouldn't have that truck.
So now we're come up.
I know he's lying, I'm just saying in general. That doesn't look good for him either.
Out here and told you that you did.
Yeah, actually someone else came in there and told me that I did. And then I
recorded it.
And then I came running right out as soon as I was told that I hit someone's building. And I came out to see what was going on, and I told the man, hey, if it was me, I'm sorry, I fucked up. I will gladly fix it. What is it going to cost? I can fix it myself, or if you want to hire your guy to fix it, that's fine.
Yeah, but like, I understand you feel that way, and I think that's great if you can come to like an actual personal agreement with someone. But also, they have a right to like get a report for insurance just because they don't know you. Like, it would be cool if you could work something out and honestly just pay for it because it was a mistake. I understand that. But if he wants a report for insurance, he has a right to do that. I don't think that's absurd at all. Like, he doesn't know you. What if you just try and go away and then he has to tell his insurance this happened, but there's no proof necessarily other than a blurry photo from a phone?
I have no problem compensating damages of anything I've done wrong.
Awesome. That's great. They still need to make a report.
I do have a problem with road pirates sitting here trying to extort me and waste my time.
Says the guy wasting everyone's time by spouting pseudo-law and refusing to identify. Dude, I think it's obvious to everyone that the alleged victim who you go on to mock doesn't trust a word you say, so much so that he had to call the police. If the situation was how you described, then you wouldn't be in this situation.
So what you want to do?
I'd love to be left alone to go about my day.
You're going to be left alone as soon as we get done with the crash report.
Then why are you wasting my time?
I'm not wasting your time. You're wasting my time because you won't give us your name so we can write it in the report and get this over with and get you on your way.
My name is none of your fucking business.
It is. It needs to go in the accident report. It needs to be given to the victim.
How do you, if you don't give your name, obviously everyone's going to assume you're just trying to get away so you don't have to pay for this. You can't say that you're willing to pay for it and not identify yourself. You can't do this on the honor system.
Okay, I'll go talk to the victim.
Show me
How
the
was the party?
victim is the battle cry of
What was your
every
costume?
sovereign citizen, used on every traffic stop and during every court appearance. Yet when
Gashel Gladio says, just realized that for people from Europe where Sovsits never really get caught, I just realized that for people from Europe where Sovsit never really caught on, this must seem like Discovery Channel shit or like going to the stupid zoo. There's definitely Freemen of the Land in the UK. I think I've seen one from Germany. So like they do exist at least in small numbers in some places in Europe. So I've seen one from Germany. Australia definitely has them. I know that's not Europe, but you know. Commonwealth.
when they actually create what they themselves define a victim, this is how they respond, proving, as if we needed to, that they do not give a damn about the law. It's about what they can get away with, and he knows it. And that's why when guys like this get backed into a corner, they resort to dishonesty and personal attacks.
No, you think only government can solve problems. Your daddy didn't teach you right. You didn't know that. Your daddy never taught you that two men
You know
can
why?
go talk
Because
to
he's
each other.
fucking dead.
Yeah.
Don't ever talk
And
about
while
my
he was
dad.
What was that shit? Oh, that was a trigger. Okay, reminder, don't talk to this cop about his dad. All right. I feel that. I get you. I get you.
No, you think only government can solve problems. Your daddy didn't teach you right. You didn't know that. Your daddy never taught you that two men
You know
can
why?
go talk
Because
to
he's
each
fucking
other.
dead.
Yeah.
Don't ever talk
And
about
while he
my
was
dad.
here, he didn't teach you right, did he? He
No,
didn't teach you
'cause
that
I
another
was
man.
one.
He didn't teach you that another man can go talk to another man and solve his problems. You don't need government
Did I
intervention.
learn that when I was 1 year old?
I don't know.
Exactly.
But it's brought you to what you are today.
No, it isn't.
Jesus Christ, this is embarrassing. Everett GA, thanks for 19 months, says, as a furry, I am just waiting to see if we discover a Sovsit who's also a furry. Might have an uwu bad dragon plate.
Really?
So you can continue with him with his investigation, or you can go to jail. We don't really. It's
My
not
name
up
is
to
Good
us.
Citizen. Last chance. Last opportunity. I know, but why don't you calm the fuck down?
So now we learn that
Expired.
channel. Thank you also to my channel members and patrons for your
That was obnoxious.
Okay. Yep. That's your right. Give us the point.
Yeah, that's the one we already did. Run Trip Fall, thanks for 14 months, says chew, and kicks off a hype train. Thank you very much. Do you remember Sovereign Citizen Peter guy? He's trying to start some sort of weird crypto bullshit. Let's check it out. Hydrate.
Welcome to the Freedom Unchained channel. Wanted to show you guys the Gilded server I'm working on. It's kind of like Discord, but it's seems a little more user friendly. Don't mind the chicken in the background. So if you guys just sign up, it's very app user friendly. They got an app if you want to put on your phone. This is downloaded my computer. They also think there's a web browser you can use if you guys want to access it that way. Just go ahead.
Yeah, he has chickens. He's a Sovsit type that wants to, like, start his own society, so I assume he's trying to be self-sufficient with having, like, livestock.
And sign up.
Chickens are an easy thing to start with, relatively speaking. 55% to level 1.
It's free. I don't have to pay anything yet. I don't think so yet. At least I don't see anything that's a premium, which is good. So you can log in. You can get the overview. This is the front page. Help me. I need some help with the logo. It's supposed to be what was supposed to be like a home button, and then FF is Foundation Freedom. We're calling it Foundation Freedom. That's going to be the foundation of all of the other projects that I want to do. Like Freedom Unchained would be the content. So as you see here, we got groups down here on the side. These are projects that I want to work on. The plan. That's my plan to get us out of this horrible situation that we're in and build.
By this horrible situation, he means being under the rule of law?
Better future. That's the plan. Then I got the helping fund people and other things around that we want to give to help people out. I already got a project in mind for that. There's somebody out in Uganda that really needs some help.
Oh god, I hope he's not getting scammed. He's into crypto, though, and sovereign citizen stuff. He's got to be the perfect target for scammers.
And using the token to make an economy.
Guys, we're going to make our own economy. It's going to be great. This reminds me of the... reminds me of the Patty's Dollars thing from It's Always Sunny.
These Patty's Dollars look great, bro. Yeah. I'm really glad we went with the color. Oh, yeah. They pop. A little bit more expensive than I would have thought.
Yo, but that's worth it, though. That's an old, poor move. You take your money and you put it into something worth it, you're not tacky. See, by transferring all of our cash into these Patty's Dollars and then printing more of these babies than we ever had in cash, we've upped our value. Shit.
Oh, god damn it. Full-blown shantytown. We're screwed.
There could be some real opportunity in this.
Yeah?
Yeah, man. Think about this, dude. In recession times, what thrives more than anything else?
Prostitutes.
No, well, yeah, but that and bars.
Oh, and bars!
Right, because people gotta drown their sorrows.
Get drunk. We own a bar.
Yeah. So why don't we take these Patty's dollars and just distribute them amongst the shanties? That way,
they buy the booze from us with the dollars.
Right, and then they run out of booze, then they gotta buy more Patty's dollars from
Thus
us.
creating the self-sustaining economy we've been looking for.
It stimulates our economy. That's what Dave & Buster's does.
Give me one up here.
Boom.
Boom! Who wants some free money, shanties?
Nice doing business with you, huh?
All right,
Cheers,
shanty.
buddy.
Enjoy it.
All right, enjoy yourselves.
Boom!
Okay.
Hey,
I think we made every single one of our Patty's dollars back,
You're
buddy.
damn right. Thus creating the self-sustaining economy we've been looking for.
That's right.
How much fresh cash did we make?
I like that this happened and then crypto happened. Like, they predicted crypto. Good job, guys. Under a minute left on the hype train.
Fresh cash.
Yes.
Well, zero. Zero if you're talking about U.S. currency. People didn't really seem interested in spending any of that.
That's okay. So, when they run out of the booze, they'll come back in and they'll have to buy more Patty's dollars.
Right.
Keeping it moving.
That is assuming, of course, that they will come back here and drink.
They will. They will, because we'll redistribute these to the shanties, thus ensuring them coming back in, keeping the money moving.
Well, no, but if we...
Nemesaur, thanks for gifting 20 tier 1 subs and saving the hype train. Thank you. I appreciate it.
just redistribute these, then people will continue to drink for free.
Okay.
How does this work, Mac?
The money keeps moving in a circle.
But we don't have any money. All we have is this. How does this work,
I
dude?
don't know. I thought you
What? I thought you were on top of this.
You're the one that came up with the plan.
For this to work, they would have to distribute the Patty's dollars and then have the economy of the shantytown run by trading the dollars for goods and services, which would convince people and incentivize them to do labor or create products to sell to get the valuable Patty's dollars, which they could then use to buy and sell things themselves. If you just create this closed thing, it doesn't work. It's like crypto.
Decentralized economy, and then this is an idea that I want to do as well, which is
89% to level 4.
Yelp America, or the Yelp for our politicians and our public servants, as we would call it, I guess, public servants. So we can put videos on there and rate how they interact with people and their knowledge on the law. Anyways, this is you go to the top, you click on this one, you can go to the overview and check it out. Alright, so in the sections overview you have the upcoming events. Hopefully we'll get a weekly meeting going.
What is with sovereign citizens and trying to create their own communities? Teos guy, Marcel, this guy. It's just like a common fantasy.
Purpose. It's a PMA of PMAs. That is our base to create a decentralized parallel economy. Then your next thing, you can go ahead and pick your roles. You can pick your gender roles and your age roles. You just go ahead and click on one of these.
Why is 13 don't let 13-year-olds on your server. Jesus.
And you can assign it to you. Remove role. I'm already in there, so remove. And then if you're a female, male, woman, you would assign to you your role. Just pick one. And you also have age. Pick your age range. So we kind of get an idea of who you are. And I will come up with more of these as I do more work on this. So we'll have skills. I got skills based right here. Right now I'm just working on languages for programming. But you can go in here and you can actually give me comments of other skills that I should put in, update it. And you got announcements, we got forums. You got this one I started about I need some help with the logo. If you guys, anybody wants to help me with the logo. Then I have I don't know what I'm doing. forum reaching out to people.
I don't know what I'm doing, but I would like to create a self-sustaining economy on an offshoot ripoff of Discord. Please help. What do?
Will help me with this. Then we got a checklist. I guess these are jobs. I guess we should put jobs down here. I also have
Step 1, I create a server. Step 2, you guys figure out how to create a self-sustaining economy. Step 3, I'm in charge of this new self-sustaining economy I've created based on your ideas and actions. Dave, thanks for 100 bits.
Jobs forum here. Now
92% to level 4.
Here's meetings and privates. These are all going to be locked, depending on what range, what role you got, or you get up to. We'll have to talk all that stuff out, but that's what we want you here for, so sign up and let's get a free world built. I think this is a great way to do it.
Why didn't anyone else think of that? Starting a country on Discord. Genius! Oh good, he has an update. What's the update?
Welcome to the Freedom Chain channel.
That's not a very good logo. Alright.
We got
Dave, thanks for another 100 bits, 94% to level 4.
12 members, which is pretty good for a little bit amount.
12 members. We're well on our way to outdoing the US dollar.
I'm promoting it.
Thanks for the hype train.
If you guys haven't joined up, come over and let's get a conversation started about everything. We got the possibilities to talk about, store, tag, and turn into threads, everything. So somebody chatted some right to travel, so I turned that into a forum. Where did I put that? That's in True Law. So that we have these side groups here, different projects and plans and things that need its own group. So True Law is all about law. We got some True Law Forum.
True Law Forum, and by True Law we mean anything that makes us think we get to break the law.
I put the playlist in here.
Hydrate.
I expanded it. This is the last video. Oh, here you go. The 3 parts playlist. Open that up. You guys can watch that series, which is a good series, and suggest any.
God damn, this guy's uncharismatic too. Not exactly a leader of men.
Unchained channel. If you truly want a free world with no government, you're gonna have to stick around for this one.
A free world with no government. I don't think that's probably a good idea.
Welcome to the Freedom Unchained channel. If you truly want a free world with no government, you're gonna have to stick around for this one.
This time I want to talk about the blockchain and cryptocurrency and how that can free people to make
It's Mr. Poop Hammock.
Individuals responsible for their own financial freedom. And from financial freedom comes all other freedoms. So that's what I'll be
After he died, who got the poop hammock?
Centralizing. And you can certainly get rid of the threat of government interference by decentralizing. Decentralized exchanges are coming, and when that happens, the crypto community will be totally free. You cannot regulate.
Is he the only man in history who has both allegedly fucked a whale and had people shit into his mouth via hammock?
You can't make laws against it. You can't tell us what to do or what not to do.
This man, John McCaffrey, I believe got killed for his beliefs.
No, he was like unhinged and into a lot of drugs, it seems. I don't think he was killed. I just think he died.
And how the world's going to be progressing forward, because if these beliefs got out to the masses, we wouldn't have governments anymore, really, or they would have very little amount of power. So I wanted to share this interview with him. It's very telling, well, telling of a good story, at least of a better future.
Where the exchange is running on 10 million devices, 10 million smartphones and pads all around the world, and it's constantly changing and fluid. You can't shut it down. When that happens, government regulations become meaningless.
Yeah, he had a special hammock for it.
Because if you
What does that even mean? No, if you decentralized it, the government could still make laws and make arrests about it? What are you talking about?
We have a regulation or a law, but there is no power to enforce it.
How would there not be power to enforce it? They would just seize the servers. Like, I understand you're saying it's distributed across millions and billions of devices, but they would just shut down the network then. They would shut down the internet. Like, do you think that the government is going to let you run a weird libertarian dystopian economy without them being in the loop? Nah.
Nobody pays attention.
So this is the world we all hope to believe we can live in and build. So that's what I'm hoping to do in my gilded community. Join the guild. It's a pretty interesting word, actually. Guild, group of men or association or something like that. I forgot what it is. I just looked it up. Pretty interesting, though.
So you guys are going to come together in a space and form sort of an informal organization that's going to make rules or define what you guys can and cannot do within the space? Wow. Kind of sounds like what a government is. Huh.
But join my gilded group where we're collecting all the information that we need to build a better world, having conversations, and we're going to get something going. Not just talk about it, we're actually going to produce something. So I hope to see you guys over there and enjoy the whole interview. Get a better idea of John McCaffrey's beliefs. And I think he's dead on. Dead on, if we can.
Like, and anytime I hear libertarian, like, society stuff like this, where they're like, I just want nothing ever. And I'm not necessarily talking about people who want a very small or localized government. That's a different thing. I'm talking about people who, like, legit just are like, no laws ever, no government, everyone does whatever. Like, anarcho-capitalist shit. It always makes me go, like, okay, here's what's gonna happen the first time a murder happens. Someone's dead. Who did it? We don't know. Okay, what do? We should probably investigate. Who's gonna investigate? This guy. This guy's the investigator, or we're all gonna investigate. Okay, how are we gonna investigate? Oh, we need to ask each other questions. Oh, how are we gonna determine if these questions are answered truthfully? Oh, maybe we could find some physical evidence. Oh, that would require us to get permission to go into each other's houses, or search each other, or interrogate each other. What do? It's almost like we should have a formal system with regulations and oversight set up in order to try and deal with issues like this that come up with any society of human beings. That's just an extreme example, but like, laws exist for a reason. Not all laws exist for good reasons, but they all exist for a reason.
Modify it a little bit.
I'm Clara, and I'm here with John McAfee.
I don't give a shit what John McAfee has to say.
Something from that. Let's get a conversation started all about
H-Beard says, but Hannah, these people won't get murdered if they have enough guns.
that in the comments. Smash the like button if you haven't done that yet. Subscribe to the channel as well, so you can get the next video.
Jesus Christ.
I don't. Let's see.
What's your name and badge number?
I'm Officer Thomas with the California Highway Patrol. It's ID 19714.
Okay, can I see your credentials also?
My credentials?
Yes.
Absolutely, they're right here.
Your license and everything else?
My license?
Yes.
No, I'll show you my work ID though.
No, we need your bond number also.
No. I'll give
You're
you my
required
work ID.
to by...
So I'm employed by the state of
Yes, sir.
California as a police officer.
Leonard Thomas.
That's my post officer ID.
But they're a lot different than Virginia's.
Yep.
This is California.
Okay.
Yeah, that is a weird observation. They're very different. Yep. Different state.
Sure.
Yep.
So the reason why I'm stopping you is because of number
plate,
one, you got
right.
the no plates on the vehicle, and number
Right.
two,
That's why we put something on it, because we wanted to make sure you were aware of it.
Yeah, making them more aware of the thing you're doing illegally isn't good for you?
Because I am a federal whistleblower, and that's my primary obligation. Is
Oh yeah, did we watch this one? I'm remembering the federal whistleblower thing.
to make
It's been a couple of weeks, so I couldn't remember exactly which ones. I have other ones lined up.
sure that everything, all the T's are crossed and all the I's are dotted.
Oh
and
yeah,
everybody's proper.
I remember that.
So, do you have a driver's license with you?
Banking.
Yeah, I do remember her. Did they get arrested?
Don't touch me!
Yeah, okay. Okay, they do.
Hello.
Hello.
Good evening, everybody.
Hey, how y'all doing?
We're on our way from Paragosa Springs, heading on Highway 160. We're here with Officer
I'm Trooper Enriquez with the Colorado State Patrol.
Trooper Enriquez and... Oh. Yeah, there's one. Excuse me, Trooper, may we have your name, please?
My name's Trooper Wilson, Colorado State Patrol. I'm 0046.
Okay,
The contact is recorded.
Sweet.
How are you doing, sir?
Not good. Can you see my front?
Not good. He hit a deer or something, I think.
Yeah, can you see that?
Hit a deer.
There's two reasons you're being contacted today. So, passenger side headlight, it's out, but obviously we can see that's damaged. And you don't have any tags on the vehicle, okay? Alright, so that's why you're being contacted. Do you have any questions about that?
I have no questions about it, no.
Okay, awesome.
No.
Got a driver's license, registration, proof of insurance on you, sir?
I have an identification, just a sec.
Okay. You're covering the name.
My bad.
You have a nice dog. Alright, do you have
His
a
name's
valid
Cal.
driver's license?
I haven't shown you guys this one, but I have seen this one. This is bizarre because he does believe the sovereign citizen things, but he also does like give his license and stuff. Like he identifies himself. It's interesting. He complies more than any sovereign citizen I've ever seen, but he's still doing the Sobsit thing.
I do, but not contracted with Colorado.
Hydrate.
But you're what?
I said I'm not contracted with Colorado.
Okay, what do you mean by that?
It means that I have no license with Colorado.
Some kind
Together with another
hound. I'm not sure what kind.
It's with another state,
Or
but
dog of some sort.
I mean I'm not in any type of association with that contract right now.
With that contract, okay, what do you mean by that? I'm trying to
It's
understand
like
what you're saying.
the license is for the commercial use of whatever, right?
Okay. So you need a valid driver's license to operate a vehicle in the state of Colorado, okay, sir?
Well, that's why I was showing you that there
Is
to
that-
be able to
okay, Are
have.
you gonna come back with a valid driver's license?
Excuse me?
Are you gonna have you ever had a valid driver's license?
Not in Colorado, no.
Not Colorado?
No.
Alright, can I see?
There's a lot of chip clips on the top of his thing. Let me show you. I'm very curious. Does anyone know what these are for? See all those chip clips up there? Why does he got chip clips on his mirror slash sun blocker, sun visor thing? What's that about?
See that ID again?
Yep.
Alright, I don't want to blind you, but I gotta get it up, okay?
Yeah, I hear you.
Just wondering because there's like 7 of them. Like there were a lot. I'd kind of get if there were 1 or 2 just for like clipping something there, but like there's like a bunch.
Yeah, Geico's closed. Go say again.
What's your middle name? I just see the initial.
Miguel. Migel.
Thank you.
You're just on the phone with the insurance company.
And they're closed for the weekend.
They're closed.
Yeah, that looks like
Okay.
a bad day. What's your date of birth, sir?
You're supposed to have insurance on you, the proof of it.
12/10/81.
Say that one more time.
December 10, 1981.
Okay. And where do you reside? Where would your ID be out of?
Well, the place that I'm working at now is in Walsenburg.
Is in Walsenburg?
Yeah.
Okay. But when you had a prior ID, or if you did, what state is it out of?
Arkansas.
It's Arkansas?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, and do you have the registration and insurance for the vehicle?
Yeah, let's check here. I'm holding up.
Okay. So he's got like a whole bag up there. Stuff in it, and the clips are on it. It's to keep the bag there? Are the clips to hold the bag in place with all the stuff in it? That's what I'm gonna assume.
Split.
I'll give my dispatch that.
I
lady.
just-
What'd you guys hit?
A deer, a buck.
Where was it?
Just I don't even know, maybe 30 minutes ago.
Oh, really?
Not even that long ago.
just barely.
Yeah, just on the west
front end
side of
is-
South Fork.
It's
really?
hissing.
Yeah, yeah.
It's hissing. The car is. I'm not sure what. I think the radiator is
Are you
hissing.
leaking any fluids or anything?
I don't think so. Just
No, there
steam.
wasn't anything dripping or anything. We stopped down at the gas station and whatever little stores right down there. So
Check it up. Well,
Yeah.
you're lucky everything's running.
yeah. I mean, at least one headlight too. You know,
you got-
we were just singing the whole song. You know, we'll make it home with one headlight. And,
Yeah.
you know.
Probably scared the heck out of you guys when you hit the deer, huh?
It was.
Well, I mean, I've traveled so many
scared
miles
me.
that it was one of those like it. I mean, it
See
comes
what I
through.
mean? He's actually being like personable. It's bizarre. Like, it's good. I'd rather more sovereign citizens would be like this. But he's like not being a dick for the most part. He's just like being a human being. I don't know.
And you can't miss it.
Yeah.
Like I've hit a deer on a motorcycle
certain
before.
point,
It's
it's
like
safer.
sometimes it just happens.
At a certain point, it's safer just to hit it than try and swerve.
Yeah. I mean, because it was just got done sleeting
And it's narrow.
on the top over there,
Yeah.
and the roads were still wet and everything. And I was like, man, I know what's gonna happen. So
Yeah, unfortunately.
He's, I believe, says later in the clip he was formerly in the Marines. So it's possible it's just a respect for authority thing, even if he has incorrect notions about the law. Maybe because he was in the Marines, he's like okay with like answering questions and stuff to them. Don't know.
Love deer, but
right here. Are you
just
Oh,
better
right
to
on.
do that just so I can verify again.
There you go.
Peek yourself out of the ditch.
it's like I think a Chevin should be on the
Fortunately,
window
you're
right here
towards
too.
the middle of the
Right here.
road.
Yeah, absolutely.
Can you? The VIN is also right here on the window.
It's hard to see.
Are you looking for a van?
Here. you go. Yeah.
It's like it's on here.
You have that card? Can you just pull that?
Yeah, I was gonna say it's on here.
Just so I can.
Yeah.
351.
Or starting to get cold.
All right. Do you have any questions for me so far, Christopher, or while you're being contacted?
No, not yet. I figured sooner or later. I saw one trooper right after it happened, and I was hoping, but they were off going the other direction. So I was like, sooner or later I was gonna have to talk to somebody about it. It's like, yeah, right on.
That's fair. Do you have the tax
I'm sorry, the PP show broke my brain. Right on. Right on, man. Right on.
for your vehicle? Or do you have the registration paperwork, anything like that shows that the vehicle is registered?
Yeah. All right, there's a bunch of stuff in here, so give me a second.
Marine.
There you go. Appreciate the service.
I appreciate y'all's. I always try to tell people, it's like, look, if it wasn't for everybody back here doing what America does, what I did over there, me getting shot over there, would have been useless.
And boy, wouldn't that be a shame if, as a Marine, you went over to the Middle East for no good reason and got injured? Boy, I sure am glad that's not the world we live in.
You know?
I'm gonna step back there. If you just want to look better, okay, just give me a second. Is that
Title.
That might help if you couldn't find the van. I appreciate that. So being in the Marines, Pendleton or Parris Island?
Pendleton. Yeah.
There you go.
I actually lived in, well, you know where 29 Palms is, right?
Oh, yeah.
I lived there for 6 months, unfortunately.
Marine?
So. No, I'm not a Marine.
Oh, okay.
I just was there, so. I'm going to give this to him real quick. It might help him find it.
Right on. Appreciate it.
Looking for the bill of sale or something.
Yeah. I'm still tasting the peppers, the Denver omelet.
This is the friendliest sovereign citizen interaction of all time. He's not mad. He's just talking about his Denver omelet he can still taste.
And Blue Tick is your coon hunter out of the Arkansas area.
Yeah, I want to go to the Durango Hot Springs.
Any type of paperwork.
Oh, shoot.
But I haven't gone there yet. We went to Pagosa Springs this time.
No, I'm talking about when you go back over Levita.
I'm sorry, I can hear what you said.
With the deer right now. So.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you guys are going to go super slow.
Yeah, that sounds right, yeah.
Yeah.
Registered since.
Fortunately, we don't have to
tried
go
to in California.
into Levita area.
Denver omelet is a specific kind of omelet with specific ingredients. Like, I'm not sure. I normally do my own, like, I don't get Denver omelets, but I think they have, like, certain peppers and cheeses and stuff in it that's specific. Kind of like a Caesar salad is a Caesar salad. A Denver omelet is a specific kind of omelet with specific ingredients.
Well, California, you basically got to be about brand new.
I normally get omelets. I get an omelet. If they do have an option, hash browns in the omelet are really good. So, like, an omelet with cheddar cheese, if you can, like a Colby Jack, maybe some cheddar, something sharp. I like sharp cheddar. Bacon, ham, hash browns. I think that's probably it. That's my perfect omelet.
Those other roads are kind of, you know.
I don't really like peppers. So.
By reunion and everything.
Slow traffic, so they travel more.
I dumped a few thousand into it just to try to get up at scale.
Yeah.
No, so I brought it home.
They want to do it.
Yeah.
It was a big one.
Was it really?
Are there whitetail?
So there are some, but
I think that's what it was.
We'll see what we can figure
Yeah.
out. So yeah, whitetail's kind of like the river bottom stuff better. Driving status came back to valid.
It was right by where the river
valid driver's license
goes, but it was big.
It's not something you can do. Well, you're lucky, like I said, you're not leaking any fluids or anything.
Yeah.
That's a whole other story, you know.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting on the.
Well, that's not overheating or anything.
Yeah, well, that's exactly what I'm saying with your radiator.
Please remember that I am having a hissing from the radiator because it does have some pressure leakage. So the longer we're here, the more of a chance of me being on the side of the road again. So I'm just letting y'all. Just keep that in mind, please.
It was rough, and he tied it.
Was it?
Yeah.
Is your hood clip okay?
Yeah, everything seems to be all right.
I was gonna say the last thing we want is you driving it.
Dude, yeah.
I see you did tie it there though, so that helps a lot. And like I said, man, you're super lucky your radiator didn't get popped.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know if you've looked at it or not, but it's the very bottom of it's been in just enough.
What'd you say, Blue Tick and?
Munster Launder, Greater Munster Launder.
So I had the reason I'm asking is I had an Australian Shepherd crossed with a...
Talking about their dogs?
Something else, and man, the face looks exactly the same.
Right, yeah.
Good dog. Everybody's sad when a dog has to go, man. They're like family.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's been with me quite a bit.
It genuinely feels like this is the first time I've seen a sovereign citizen legitimately manipulate the police. Like, it feels like he was like, oh yeah, I'm a Marine. And he's, like, treating them not, like, rudely. I think he's genuinely manipulating them.
Yeah. There you go.
In China.
There you go.
Neutered in California.
Yeah. Gotta be careful in California.
So what part of California did you stay in California when you got out of the Marine Corps? Or did you
No, I got shot in 06.
Oh, shoot.
Got out in 07. Yeah, I took a 7.62 through the L4, L5.
Oof.
It blew.
Does
It
that
went
bother
to.
you still, I imagine?
Yeah, like right now, just the whole situation not being as peaceful as it would be nice to do.
Yeah.
Of course, it causes kind of a tension in the wound area, so it causes some shakes.
Who's licking whose boots harder here? I can't even tell.
Shakes?
Yeah, I mean, that kind of thing. The pain goes off
Who can thank each other for their service?
with everything. Altitude, whether the climate's bad, whether
So
I've
does
been.
weather affect it?
Yeah,
'Cause I know
yeah,
like older
yeah.
people that have bad arthritis, like they can tell
3
it's the
days.
rain. Yeah.
about 3 days before it through. Yeah. The scar tissue on the lower part is squeezing it, which is
glad you're not worse than you are, you know.
It's like certain things rise to what they say is a miracle.
Yeah.
And it's like absolutely, because I didn't even bleed, not a single drop.
I don't know how to take that. That's kind of
Nerve damage, though.
Well, I mean,
Nerve damage, though.
in my life, I've learned that there is a God. And in combat, they say there's no atheist in a foxhole, and that can.
That's also not true, but okay.
There are certain situations, like when my body hit the ground, my face hit the ground, the only conceptual understanding I had was, do I have your attention now?
Yeah.
And at the same time, with more love than any person can give you.
Yeah, you got it. Yeah.
Do I have your attention now? Yeah, exactly.
Pretty blunt.
Yeah.
What the fuck is wrong with their brains? Why are they like this?
It was. Like, I can't remember the state trooper out of Arkansas's name, but he took.
I know she wants on the desk, but when she does, she pushes buttons and gets on everything. Oh, honey, come here, baby. Come on, Lou. Come here. Come in. Come here. I will lift you. Okay. She changed her mind.
Took around to the chest, and he had a pocket Bible, and it stopped in Psalm 91.
Oh my fucking god. And God hates everyone who gets shot and doesn't have a Bible, and that's why they die. Jesus Christ, these fucking people.
I couldn't do it.
Yeah, I didn't.
Okay, how's this for a rule? If you think magic is real, you don't get to go anywhere and shoot people with guns. You don't get guns in general if you believe magic is real.
That's exactly why I say I respect the service, because I didn't do it, so I appreciate somebody who does. So,
Is he just running to make sure it's not stolen? Is that what's going on?
What'd you say?
Is he just running to make sure it's not stolen?
I don't know. Did he tell you what he's looking for?
He said he's just waiting for the vehicle to come back, and I don't know.
So,
Just clearing it.
just looking for the return on the vehicle off the bin or something.
Just clearing it.
So yeah,
I thought the title was proof.
Well, so it
I
should
don't
be,
know.
but we clear it through dispatch. So when we make a traffic stop,
okay.
Because they
it's
have
usually
lists
off the.
of
it's
hot
usually
cars.
I am
too,
kind of
probably,
wondering
huh?
if this guy's just like, and I'm not saying he's not a Marine, because like he had an answer to that guy's question about where he was stationed, so he clearly has knowledge. I'm not saying he's not a Marine. I'm just saying I'm wondering if this guy is kind of a compulsive liar, because like mentioning like, yeah, I got shot and I didn't bleed, and also, yeah, my buddy got shot and a bullet stopped right at this certain verse in his pocket Bible. Like that's an old story. Like that's not even a new story. Like that's a thing that like gets sent around on like, chain emails. Like, you won't believe this story. Like, is this guy just making shit up?
I guess I don't know.
So when we
I don't
make
know.
a stop, usually it's off the plate that we get a return. Basically, it's just confirming the owner. And I think that's what he was getting the VIN for. I think
okay.
That's my guess, but I don't know if he told you anything different.
Oh. He's just running, that's what he said. But I guess that's what that...
That's actually true. The cop did ask either or, so he could have, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna just assume he's not.
That's what he said. He's running it waiting for a return, I'm guessing.
That sounds right.
Yeah. You
Call
guys
your
said, was it
name.
wet on the pass? You said it was wet coming down?
It was sleeting.
Sleeting. No,
Frozen
I don't wanna
rain.
hear it.
Yeah, I was like, you know, so just so you know.
It's too early for that stuff, man. When it starts snowing and stuff, we spend all night and all day up
Oh
there.
yeah.
Semis especially.
Dude.
Like you,
Yeah.
they get stuck so often and so easy, and then they block the road. And
Frozen rain.
And you know, and you've seen enough incidences where those that were helping ended up getting hit.
yeah, well,
I
that's
mean-
like when we even make shots.
It's like he's mirroring. It's almost like he's mirroring the cop and trying to flatter him. Like the cop here is talking about, oh yeah, when it snows, we got to come out here and, you know. And what the sovereign citizen does is in response, he says, oh yeah, well, I hear about times when people out here helping get hurt. What it does is it again puts the focus on the officer. It says, like, you're a good person for helping people, and also I'm concerned for your safety. It's subtle, but it's interesting. I don't know if it's calculated or if this is just his personality, but it feels a little devious.
Having a couple cars.
Yeah.
Just more warning, and I mean,
Absolutely.
you'd like the last car to get hit.
Yeah, right. That's the way the convoy was with us too. Yeah.
Exactly.
It's like, yeah.
Exactly.
That's why I always try to find a place that I could pull over where it's wide enough where people can get out of the
I
way.
appreciate that.
You know,
Like
I mean-
said, we have sometimes people stop in the middle of the road.
Seriously.
I've never been good at the game Frogger.
Yeah, right.
Apply it to real life, so.
Yeah.
No, I don't either.
Yeah, the game Frogger. That's a good reference. Good job.
I was good at that. Duck Hunt. I was good at Duck Hunt though.
I was not blessed with those skills.
Well, quite honestly, you don't look as old as I am. 42 in December.
42, holy cow.
All right, so I mean,
There you go.
There
Yeah,
you
I guess how old I am.
you look about 26.
I was thinking 37.
I just turned 27.
Oh.
I basically want to show this to any... I want to show this to, like, any black person who has ever had to interact with white cops or cops in general and show them this interaction and have them just be like, what the fuck is this?
Yeah.
10 years off. 10 years. Damn.
Because holy shit, the way this guy is getting treated is nuts.
You're good. You're good. You got it.
Well, I mean, the
He's
military.
got that double... He's got the triple threat. He's a white man who was in the military.
Everything. Say again?
How long have you guys lived in Colorado?
2019 is when I found Walsenburg.
2016 is whenever I found it.
2019?
Yeah.
There you go.
Yeah.
So where are you originally from then?
I was born in Texas.
Born in Texas.
Yeah, I've traveled my entire life. I hit most of the states, Europe, and Russia, including Mexico and Hawaii, before I was 18. My brother.
How in the world did that happen?
See what I mean? Like, that sounds pretty out there.
Were you in a military family moving, or?
Well, no. Well, my brother ended up going into West Point, became a captain. You know, so
Okay.
that's how I got to go to Hawaii to Schofield. And then to travel a lot of the states was kind of following Big Brother around, looking at colleges and stuff like that. And my mother is a nurse.
Okay.
And we got connected with Macedonian missionaries. And we got to go to St. Petersburg, Russia, and
I would love to go see it. Did you get to see all the cool buildings?
Again, I'm not saying none of this happened. This guy just gives me con artist vibes. He gives me manipulative vibes. He always has the right thing to say, you know what I mean? He's consummately interested in what this cop has to say. To an unnatural degree.
Buildings, architecture and stuff there?
Beautiful, through the canals and everything.
I was gonna say, I don't know how it would be going today, but man, I'd love to see some of the buildings and stuff.
That would be neat.
I've talked to enough travelers that have come to America to learn the international community is very unpolitical.
Really?
Because we know if you're just traveling, you're just traveling.
Yeah. Yeah, and you're there because you want something good there.
Yeah, it's like whenever I got back to America, God's like, okay, this is the new mission field. And every time the president says this is a war for the soul of this nation, I'm like, you're flipping right, it is. Because there are two different sides. One wants death, one wants life.
This man is horrifying to me.
And
Like, I started this out being like, oh, he's actually nice, and the longer this is going on, it's like a slow burn movie where I'm finding out, oh, he's like it feels like there's an underlying darkness, like a sociopath. Like, what is happening?
They stand on it strong. So, you know, it's a line. And, you know, you can't straddle it, you know, but.
That's a good perspective.
He seems like the kind of guy that, like, generally your friend group would like, but, like, all the women in the friend group know, like, don't be around this guy alone if you're a woman. You know what I mean? And if you bring anything up to anyone, they'd be like, oh, that guy? That's just whatever. He's joking. He's, you know what I mean? He's got those vibes.
At least it's not raining.
Yeah, exactly. Well, that's what I was just thinking. I was like, well, it could be sleeting here.
Yeah, right?
I mean, I'm in my short sleeve.
Hush your mouth.
I guess I didn't hear what you were saying.
Yeah, for sure.
No, the temperature at the lower elevations is still in its 50s, isn't it?
Yeah, it stays about that far.
Indeed.
Hey, checking up on you, okay? All right, here's your info and here's that title, okay?
Awesome.
Here's an envelope. Okay. Headlight, I understand that just recently broke. Don't worry about that. You have a valid license, you're fine there. You do have an unregistered vehicle though, okay? So I'm gonna be citing you for the unregistered vehicle, all right? So I'll explain this to you and then I'll take any questions afterwards.
Does that mean that I'm required to have a contract with?
So to operate a vehicle in the state of...
It's not a contract. It's a license. But yes, you need a license and registration. Correct.
Colorado owner.
If you want to operate this vehicle on public roadways.
Public roadways.
So is that a yes?
It has to be registered. Okay?
So is that a requirement that I'm supposed to have a contract with the state of Colorado?
Yes, sir.
Okay, just...
Right. So I'll explain this to you. Let me know if you can hear me, Kate. So it's a citation for operating or permitting use of an unregistered vehicle. It's 10250. No points against your driver's license. You have two options. You can pay a check or money order within 20 days in an envelope I gave you, or you could appear at Alamosa County Court. Date and time was on the bottom left. If you pay the citation, you don't have to go to court. Don't pay it, you have to go to court, okay? Can I get a good phone number from you for court purposes?
The phone number I have is 719.
What was your...
To me,
okay,
or placed on my property.
Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead. So here's your copy. Okay, this is defendant's copy. This is for you. I said you have a court date. If you want to go that route, that's no issue with me. It's totally up to you, but vehicle has to be registered. Okay.
I understand your position.
All right.
Your position. Like I said, I don't want to be handed anything.
What was that?
I said I don't want to be handed or anything or have.
Whether or not it's in your physical possession has no bearing on whether or not it has been legally received. You have received it, you might as well take it so you have the dates and stuff on hand.
Anything placed within...
I guess it doesn't matter. He's probably not going to go to the court date or pay the fine anyway. So.
The property.
Okay, but this is being served. Okay, so I can put it right here or I can put it on your windshield, wherever you want it. Okay, I don't want to make this a bigger deal.
I know. I'm just trying to follow.
Such a funny way of dealing with it. I can put it here. I could put it on your windshield.
Specific protocol that I've been advised to.
Here comes the airplane.
And such, and
I understand that. That's your right.
Right.
Okay.
I mean,
I also gotta. You know what I mean.
My job. I comprehend that there is.
He used comprehend, I think, intentionally, so he didn't have to say understand.
There's guidelines that are placed upon you, and it sucks. I really do, because we both swore to honor the same thing, and they're forcing you.
He's just trying to stand up
to do something that goes against that which we swore to.
No, it doesn't. The 10th Amendment says the states can regulate things that the federal government doesn't. The states regulate traffic laws, and they require licenses. It is not against the Constitution. Please cease.
Uphold.
Thank you for you guys'
I mean,
coolness too.
like my mother asked me, why don't you have your Purple Heart license plate? I'd be proud. But it's like, yeah, I'm very proud.
It's almost
about
like you're trying to use that to get out of traffic tickets. Weird. It's almost like you're using your service in the Marines as a way to try and manipulate the police into being easier on you.
my service.
Wonderful, and that's what we're here to
But to be forced into a contract just for traveling the nation that every doctor I speak to says I should have died for. They said I should have been
Remember
blown.
that this guy was apparently in a combat role in the Marines, meaning that this man had the power to kill people in the military. Wonder how that went. Wonder if all those were justified. I'm sure if they weren't, he would have had a real nice story to tell to make it so. Not making any claims about this guy specifically. Just scares me when people give manipulative vibes and you know that they've had the license to kill people, basically.
In half.
You want me to take it?
Like I said,
You know, I mean, I get it.
Oh yeah, they definitely shot at me first.
And I get it. I know. It's what I was saying. Y'all are stuck in a bad position too, because it puts us.
Your vehicle has issues, so I don't want to keep you here. Then
Right.
It's getting hot too.
So where would you like this placed?
Here, I'll take it.
Okay.
If so, just because you already told me to, I'm not gonna reach in, so I'm gonna give it to my. Or you can reach over my way.
Yeah.
So I mean, just you know how everything.
Thank you for your patience.
Thank you.
Thank you for your
Y'all have a safe day.
What was that?
I said thank you, and y'all have a safe day.
appreciate it. Y'all
Hey,
take care,
nice
okay?
talking with you.
Thank
I think once we start moving, it might cool off. But it's hot.
Yeah, right. I'm pretty sure they put spikes under my tire, just in case I wasn't going to drive off, because it looked like they were pulling things out. I think everything's good.
So you can like leave?
Me? Hard for me to see, guys. Right on.
I can't see if there's anything coming or not.
I was like, if you can just tell me if it's clear. Right on. Y'all see him?
And there he is. Free to continue not having the proper stuff. I think this one doesn't have a source video.
Good.
Sorry, you are?
Constable Burkholder.
Constable Burkholder. You are
Yep.
you are served, my friend.
Yep, that's fine. You're.
You can take that, sir.
Yep. Can you open the door?
No, sir. You're on my property. Take that, please.
You're under arrest. You heard me. You're under arrest. You have a warrant.
You heard me.
Okay.
You've been served. You better read that.
You're under
Listen.
arrest. You understand that?
Yes.
Okay.
I understand what you're saying.
Unlock the door.
And you're saying I'm under arrest?
Yes.
For what?
You have a warrant.
For what?
For multiple charges. I'll read them to you when we get back to
That's
the car.
for the person. I'm not the person, sir. I am a man. Okay?
You understand that?
I suggest you
You're
read
under
that
arrest.
warrant because you are liable
If you're
right
not
now.
going to get out, I'm
You're
going to
being-
break the window and pull you out. Do you
Yes.
understand that?
I understand that.
Okay.
You're being monitored. Okay?
Your audio video recorded as well.
Okay.
Okay?
I need to get
Open
her
the
in the
window.
house.
Open the window.
I need to get her in the house.
Who are you?
I'm Ashlyn.
It's my daughter.
Okay.
Did I play this one? I don't remember this one at all. Was it during the subathon?
Just hang
So-
Because I might have memory hold that one.
What is the warrant for, sir?
I'd have to go look at it.
Okay.
Rules of engagement is ROI.
Okay, you're gonna have to go look at it, please.
Oh wait, no. Engagement. Rules of... basically, in war, like, the requirements to return fire are higher than American police.
Yeah.
Rules of... something. Rules of...
Thank you.
I'm not leaving here.
Someone will say.
Yeah, no, you.
Okay, it's
Don't
obstruct
get out.
police
Don't get
officer.
out. Pardon me?
Obstruct is one of
Wubba
them.
Fett, thanks for
Okay.
following.
Multiple charges on the warrant. Rob, daughter's on.
Oh, they did mean rules of engagement. Okay, I thought I had misremembered because I saw the I and I was like, I thought it was engagement. Engagement's an E.
Passenger side, you want to get her out?
She's gonna get out in a second.
Yep.
No. Listen. Listen, sir.
You can open the door and get out.
Like, my understanding, and this is could be completely wrong. If it is, I apologize. My uncle that was in the military, I believe when he was talking about it, said you weren't supposed to, like, you're supposed to wait for fire to return fire. Like, you're not supposed to, even if you're like, oh, this person is a terrorist or whatever, you know, you're supposed to wait for them to shoot first.
Hey, listen,
yeah,
sir.
ROI is return on investment.
Out.
Listen, sir.
Out. Out.
Listen, sir.
Now.
Do I have the right to remain silent?
Right now.
Holy
Get
shit.
out of the car.
Jesus Christ.
Round.
Okay, I'm getting down. Jesus, man.
Put your hands behind your back.
Uh-huh.
Put your hands behind your back.
I'm trying.
Put your hands behind your back.
They changed from mission to mission. Gotcha.
My phone, please.
You have it, sure? I'll give it to her. Relax.
Thank you.
Put your hands behind your back.
And put it in my pocket.
Dad, I'm good. I have it.
I need it in my pocket so I can have it at the
Make
police
sure you have it.
station.
I'll get it. We're fine.
Moving, sir. This is unfortunate for you.
What's it? Why is that?
So, this is a Canadian sovereign citizen who claims to be immune from arrest, being arrested on multiple warrants by Stratford Police in Ontario. This video was posted to subreddit Am I Being Detained, so shout out to the poster there.
Kind of surprised the Canadian cop was that quick to get rough.
Posted to a toxic Telegram account linked to self-proclaimed Queen of Canada, Romano Digiulo. Now, I haven't covered this self-proclaimed queen on my channel yet, but Team Skeptic has, so I will drop a link to his video in the description below, so you can all see for yourself how crazy she is. Anyway, this quote-unquote queen equips her army, like this guy, with fake cease and desist orders, which their monarch has decreed from her mobile home, will turn the tables on cops. However, this video goes to prove that these cease and desist orders are not worth the paper they are printed on, and do not prevent you from being arrested on multiple warrants. And apparently this cop didn't even take the cease and desist order with him, instead leaving it in this guy's driveway for when he got home from having spent...
At the very least, it was a Romano Digiulo person.
12 hours. Rest was...
They're legitimately scary and have threatened people. They've threatened lives on the reg.
I wanna be real. I wanna be real. I wanna be loved and hugged and kissed until I really truly feel. I wanna know joy. I wanna cry tears. I wanna do more than wiggle my nose and waggle my ears. I wanna laugh and play, jump for joy, having fun with my little boy, doing whatever we wanna do, living it up the whole day through. I wanna be real. I wanna run free. I wanna feel happy or sad, whatever my mood may be. Being stuck on a toy shelf doesn't hold much appeal. I wanna be real. I wanna be real.
Slow.
Man, this sequel to 5 Characters in Search of an Exit sucks.
Surely, when someone loves you, slowly, surely, love will reveal.
Well, that's certainly something, huh?
Why don't you ask Daisy to dance with you? Are you kidding me? I can't talk to her. I'm so nervous right now. I feel like I'm gonna throw up. Maybe you should try to calm your nerves, eh? Maybe just one sip. 5 drinks later. Hey, Daisy.
Luigi, are you okay?
I told you I was gonna throw up. I'm know. I'm sorry, bro. Daisy hates me. No, she doesn't. She knows it was an accident. She hates me.
For the best anyway. We all know that Bowser and Luigi deserve to be together.
Ba, be, bip, ba, ba.
Ka, ki, ka, ka.
Da, da, di, da, da. Ba, be, bip, ba, ba. Ga, ga, gi, ga, ga.
Ha, 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 ha. Ja, 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 ja. La, li, li, la, la.
What's up with it?
Shows it expired in 20.
Well, I'm just traveling.
Just traveling?
I'm not doing business.
You're not doing business?
No. What is your name and badge number?
Deputy Earhart, 1 David 47.
Deputy Earhart?
Yes, sir.
What is
David,
the number?
1 David, 1D,
1D
47.
47. Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm with the Liberty County Sheriff's Department.
I see that.
Okay, you got your driver's license on you?
I mean, what does it matter? What do I need it for?
What do you mean? What is
What do I need it for? The law?
Well, do we not have a Fourth Amendment in this country? Are we still in America? You're pulling me over for a sticker. You just
What? I thought this was America.
Put a guy over in there for who knows what, and you're just sitting out there waiting for me. As soon as I pull up, I mean, this is what you're doing right now. You're extorting the people.
No,
I don't. It's your job to extort the people.
It's my job.
It's your job to
do
extort.
traffic.
Did you swear an oath to the Constitution? Did
Yes,
you?
sir, I did.
Okay, so that should be what your job is, the Constitution. I should be able to freely
My
travel
job is
without
beach.
having to pay dividends.
My job is Constitution.
I mean, the Supreme Court's already ruled this. I don't need a driver's license.
Name the Supreme Court case that you think says that, because the Supreme Court has absolutely never ruled that in the history of the Supreme Court.
Travel. I don't need a sticker on my car. I don't need registration. I don't need forced insurances. All of this is tyranny, sir. Understand that what I'm standing for your
everything I don't like is tyranny.
Your rights too, your children's rights, for us to be able to travel freely in this country. It's a shame what's happening in this country. I don't mean hostility towards you, but it's like, come on, dude, I'm not bothering anybody. I'm coming to get some food and go back to my place.
Okay, so let me get this right.
Okay.
You're operating a motor vehicle on a public roadway, correct?
Private property that I own. I am.
Right, but you're not driving it on public property. You're driving it on public property. It's private. Your vehicle might be private property, but you are driving it on public property, the public roadways.
Okay,
Traveling in my private property.
I'm not saying you don't.
Like, it would be like saying, oh, I can slash this person's tire because this knife is private property. Like, that's not how this works. You are using your private property on something else illegally.
And the Supreme Court's already ruled that the byway...
No, it hasn't. Name a single Supreme Court decision that says that.
Waterways is for the people. We live in America. The people do not need to have forced insurances, mandate, none of that stuff.
So what you're trying to explain to me is...
This is for commerce. Okay. If you're a bus driver, if you're doing commerce, that's what this whole system is for. That's what you should be enforcing. You have to have it, because you're out here doing commerce. I don't. I'm one of the people. Just like when you take that hat off and you take that uniform off and you're one of the people outside of the clock, then you have the same liberty. You don't need stickers either for your car, your personal vehicle. You don't.
Okay, so what you're telling me is, according to you, for me to operate my personal vehicle on a public roadway, I don't have to have a sticker.
Nope.
I don't have to have a driver's license. I don't have to have insurance.
Supreme Court's already ruled it. Constitution, supreme law of the land.
Again, you keep using Supreme Court as if it's a magic word. Just saying that doesn't make it true. The Supreme Court has never ruled that driver's licenses are unconstitutional in any way.
So then why is it against the law? Why is it
It's
a
not
traffic
against...
citation?
Why was it okay?
Class C misdemeanor.
Why was it okay to have slaves?
Psychic damage! Oh god! Critical hit! What? Oh god damn it!
It used to be legal. No, I'm just saying it used to be legal. Traffic violations do not...
Okay, you wanting to drive without insurance is not the same as human beings being treated as property.
Supersede the Constitution. Any policy... No.
It's a
Constitution.
Class C misdemeanor.
Constitution's at the top.
Look, this is the deal.
The Constitution is at the top. The Constitution gives states the power to regulate this.
License.
That's fine.
So you can issue me your
Do you
driver's
suspect me of a
license.
crime?
Yes.
You're committing a crime. You're
What?
operating a motor vehicle.
Is there a
on
That's
public-
not a crime, sir.
Hey, I let you speak. Let me speak.
Okay.
It's a classic misdemeanor to operate a motor vehicle on a public roadway if it does not have current registration. You do not operate a Texas or another state valid driver's license, or you do not have proof of insurance on that vehicle at that time. All three of them are a classic misdemeanor, which is
If you're doing commerce.
No! In any case.
Which is either a citation and or you can be taken to jail for.
I'm sure you
So
can
now
do
I'm
whatever
gonna
you
ask
want to
you
do.
again.
Pretty much.
Do you have a Texas or do you have a driver's license?
I legally have a Fourth Amendment.
Okay, so what you're telling me is you're not going to give me a driver's license.
I don't. Am I committed a crime?
Registration.
That's
yes,
not
sir.
a crime,
It's a
sir.
classic
That is not a
misdemeanor. It is a
crime.
citation.
Show me a victim. Where's the victim? A crime constitutes there's a victim.
No, sir.
Where's the victim? Show me the
I feel victimized by this video.
victim. Who's the victim
So
here?
are you or are you not going to give me your driver's
Dude,
license?
you realize what you're doing right now?
Yeah, I'm doing my job.
You're shaking me down.
No, sir, I'm not.
You're shaking me down.
No, sir, I'm not.
Do you have a supervisor?
Yeah.
Can you call him?
Call him as in
I want to
for-
talk. I want to hear it right now so I can talk to him.
You want to hear him as in you want to talk to him about what?
I want him here so that I can talk to him. Clearly, you're not understanding what I'm trying to tell you. You still think I'm breaking the... You think... Let me turn this off. Can I turn my car off?
Yeah, you can turn your car off.
Well, the AC's just freezing me. What I'm trying to explain to you, sir, and I'm trying...
So you know you can turn the AC off without turning the whole car off? Like, it's fine. I'm sure the cop would prefer him keep the car off, but, like, weird statement. Also, the cop is spiking the lens, and it looks like he wants to die.
trying to be just one man to another. I understand that you're used to pulling people over for this kind of stuff, but what I'm trying to convey to you is that this is not right. This is not...
You are correct. There doesn't need to be a direct individual person who is harmed. They're misunderstanding. There's this thing in the sovereign citizen circles where they take corpus delicti quite literally. So corpus delicti is like the body of the crime, and it's the idea that in order for someone to be charged for a crime, there needs to be proof that some crime happened. And an oft-used example of corpus delicti is, for instance, a witness saying they saw the crime happen, or a victim who can attest to damage done to them that is criminal. Those are examples, but that's of course not the only thing that can be corpus delicti. But they take that, or have heard someone who has taken that and decided corpus delicti means there needs to be a direct witness or victim of the crime. Specifically a victim, I guess. Someone who says, I got punched in the face by that guy. It's not true. It's a complete perversion of the reality of what the law is, but that's the whole thing.
Morally, this is not right. This does not
not right?
pertain, because this doesn't pertain to the people. The people are free, and this is, there's already...
How are the people free? Like, what do you even mean by that?
Case record of this. You can look this up. There's tons of
and
case
you have
record.
a right to your opinion and what you believe is right.
The Constitution
But
is what you should be upholding.
Your personal false interpretation of the Constitution doesn't have a bearing in a court of law.
The right of the people to travel freely, to be free.
Okay.
This is still a free country. Do you believe in that?
Correct, it is.
So then don't you think it's kind of antithetical to the Constitution to have this kind of system in place where we can pull you over and shake you down and say, hey, you haven't paid your monthly fee or your yearly fee, sticker.
It's a yearly fee. Yes, it's to register your car. That money goes back into the system to keep the, the department running that keeps track of all this stuff, that keeps track of licensing, that does the licenses, helps pay for roads.
So much of this stuff in this country, little by little, they're eroding our freedoms. Our grandchildren, who knows what the country's going to be like then, and we keep going this direction we're going. In your heart of hearts, have I caused anybody harm?
Yes, society.
I never said you did.
Okay, but why are we sitting here right now having this conversation? I'm just trying to go, my food's getting...
Because your registration is 2 years expired, which is a Class C misdemeanor, which is against the law.
If I was maybe a bus driver.
It doesn't matter. It's on a public roadway. You're operating a motor vehicle on a
Yeah, registration system is part of what protects this guy's ownership of the car. Yeah, like if someone steals his car, what's he gonna do? Call the cops and be like, someone stole my car. Okay, how do we know it's your car? Well, it's mine. Okay, what's the registration? Oh, I never registered it. Oh. Goodbye. Click. Like, they can't, if you can't, like, that's the whole point.
Public roadway with expired registration. Therefore, and now you won't give me your driver's license or prove to me that you even have insurance on the vehicle.
Because I don't need any of that.
Let me ask you a question, okay? Man to man, as you told me.
Okay.
What happens if I let you go a mile down the road down here and you wreck this car and hit somebody?
Well, then,
Then what?
Well, then there's going to be something to deal with. Then we're going to have a real.
I'm secure at the moment.
We're going to have a real reason to have an interaction.
If you hit them, you're at fault.
So according to you, that's just the price we have to pay is for you to murder people in society so you don't have to get a driver's license? Doesn't seem worth it.
So therefore, you don't have insurance to cover
then,
the
then I'm
damages.
going to have to deal with it, right? I'm going to be out of pocket. I'm going to be either get sued, I'm going to go to jail. Something's going to happen, right?
This is
right. Okay, so you understand that consequences can happen. This is one of those times, but it's a smaller consequence, so you don't have to do that.
Again, okay?
Okay.
I stopped you for the registration.
I understand.
Okay. I'm doing my job.
I understand. I get it.
now-
I don't hate you, man. I'm not
now
against you.
I ask you again. Are you willing to give me your driver's license and proof of insurance on the vehicle?
Okay. I don't have to do any of those
Okay.
things because can
step
I
out.
speak with a
Step out.
supervisor?
Step out. Yeah, I'll get my supervisor down there. Step out.
Okay, are you gonna arrest me?
Yeah, take your seatbelt
Okay, well,
off.
you want me to give you my ID then? Under threat of arrest, I'll give you my ID. You didn't tell me you're gonna arrest me.
That's always the case. That is always the case. If you refuse the orders, you're gonna get arrested.
Told you.
You can always assume that. You do not have to wait to be told.
Twice to give me your ID. You don't want to. If you refuse,
Okay, I didn't say. I just said I didn't have to. If I under threat of arrest, I will submit my ID.
Let me finish. I explained to you that operating this motor vehicle.
And I disagree.
Let me finish.
I
It's
understand.
not
I
an agree or disagree thing.
You finish without
okay.
cutting me off, okay?
Okay.
I'm trying to explain it to you. I'm trying to be respectful to you as well.
I understand.
I told you, operating a motor vehicle on a public roadway with expired registration is a Class C misdemeanor. I told you, failing to produce your driver's license and proof of insurance upon demand is also a Class C misdemeanor, and or you can be arrested.
What's the statute for that?
What's the statute for what?
For submitting, for just submit. If you just ask me, I need to
So
see your
this is your
driver's
last
license.
chance. You can produce.
Okay, well, we can go find it down at the station. So let's put some of these bracelets on you, and we'll just drive down there together, and we'll find out.
Your driver's license
We'll find out the exact statute when we book you.
right now, as I asked you, or you will go to jail for failure to produce
Okay,
your
well,
driver's
under
license.
threat of arrest.
I'm not threatening you. I'm telling you that is the law.
I'm just saying, if I don't give it to you, you're gonna arrest me, right?
Correct.
Okay, so I'm under threat of arrest. I'm under duress right now
No,
to
sir.
submit.
No, sir.
You're saying if I don't give it to you,
If
you're
you
gonna arrest
don't
me.
want to give it to me, you don't have to.
No, but you're gonna take me to jail if I don't. You're gonna impound my vehicle. All this stuff's gonna happen.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Right? Right?
It's like they're just astonished that laws exist. Like they can't fucking believe it. Another human being at the behest of other human beings? Deign tell me what I can and can't do?
That's what you're gonna do?
Yes. That's life.
No, sir.
Okay, I don't
I'm
want
not
that to
threatening
happen,
you.
sir.
That is not a threat. I am telling you that if you do not do that, that is what is going to happen.
That's what's
It's not
gonna
a threat.
happen. Okay. I'm not.
Me
I don't
threatening you-
doubt that you would do that. I'm not trying to challenge you, sir.
It's simple, man. All you got to do is give it. If that's it,
Well,
guess what?
well,
I do my
if
little
you're
bit,
gonna
you're
arrest
on
me
your
for
way.
not giving it to you, then I will give it to you.
Do you
But that's
understand?
basically what you're telling me.
You
You're saying I'm gonna be arrested if I don't give it to you, right?
Because
I mean,
you're
just so this is
refusing
being
the ID.
recorded. This is being
That's
recorded.
fine. This is being recorded too. You can
Okay,
record all you
so
want
then I'm
to.
gonna reach for my wallet now and give it to you because I don't
That's
want to be
fine.
arrested. You know, I got animals I got to take care of right now that I got to go back to. Change your mind. So here, you and your heart of hearts know it's just wrong. I don't know what it is, but let's just agree that whatever it is something that in your heart of hearts you know is not right. Are you gonna go out there and enforce it? Let's say tomorrow they say, hey, you know what? Gun confiscation, you got to go and round them all up. Are you gonna go? Are you gonna be the ones to carry out that?
Then that's a choice I have to make at that time.
It's
whether or not-
hypothetical. It's just
I
hypothetical.
understand it, and I'm answering your questions you asked me. That's a choice that every officer, including myself, will have to make at that time. Do we put this uniform on and enforce something we don't believe in? Or do you say, you know what, I'm not going to do that, and you hang your uniform up and go find you another job? That's a choice we'll all have to make if that happens. As of this point in time, that's not happened. I don't stop you for any other reason that I've ever been stopped in my personal vehicle.
Okay. What department are you with?
On Alaska.
This is a cut. I think he waited for a supervisor to show up. Dillis Filler says, I disagree that gravity is keeping me on this planet, officer. It's very clear that the invisible maritime law fairies are holding me down so I don't float away, and that they're at war with the corporate law pixies trying to fling me out into space.
Okay, on Alaska PD. What is your name, sir?
Sergeant Prince.
Sergeant Prince. And do you have a badge number?
604.
604. Okay.
You're pulled over because you don't have a license plate.
I do like that Fairly Odd Parents has re-characterized pixies as the bureaucratic fae versus fairies. I think that's funny.
I figured that. I'm not driving.
Yeah, we're not
And
going to
this
play the
is-
sovereign citizen thing.
I'm not a sovereign citizen.
We're not going to do that.
I'm an American national.
Here's the deal.
Same diff. Potato. Cashel Gladio says, hold the F up. You mean we're a bunch of social primates and are all accountable to each other on some level? That's crazy talk. Conservatives in general, to be honest.
I need a driver's license and a proof of insurance.
Okay. What can we talk about this?
There's nothing to talk about.
Need a driver's license?
I'm not driving.
Maybe if he was a Marine, they would listen to him like the last guy.
No. You see, I have it posted right here, not for hire. Sir, I don't want a problem with you. But, I mean, I don't... You're already coming off like hostile towards me.
I need a driver's license and a proof of insurance.
Okay, can we talk about this? Because I have all the documents right here.
A driver's license and a proof of insurance.
Okay. Hold on. Am I stopped?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I get this paperwork here just to show you?
Reach for anything in the vehicle.
I got paperwork here. I want to show you some paperwork.
You're not reaching for anything in the vehicle.
I'm reaching for this paperwork. That's all I'm reaching for, man. Settle down.
I've been down this road before several times. I'm telling you.
Okay, what is it that you think that I'm wrong about what I'm saying?
Everything.
Listen, just hear me out. This is... So, can I talk?
Because I know what you're showing me. I've been
Okay, what is it that I'm wrong about? What am I getting...
You're going to try and show me some excerpts from some case law that's not correct. So here's the deal.
It's not what I'm showing you. That's not what I'm...
Driver's license and a proof of
That's not what I'm showing you.
driver's license and a proof of
I'm literally showing you what the definition of driver means. It means one employee.
Oh my god, he's got the old Black's Law Dictionary printout. Ah!
Employed. I'm not...
Thanks, Polyaz's Cracker. Hope you're having a good day.
Employed. I'm not for hire. I have it posted.
You're not employed?
Right here. Not for hire.
Oh, you printed it on a piece of paper. Helpful.
No, I'm not refusing. I just want to talk casually with you. If we have to go down this road, we'll do it your way. Can we at least...
We're there. You have to. We're there. We're at the place where they are saying you have to. God damn it.
Sir, please just give me a minute.
Getting off on the wrong foot with this, you're going to walk yourself into a resisting arrest charge.
Dude, I'm already got a court case. I'm dealing with this.
Driver's license.
If I go out and rob someone, and I'm out on bail or my own recognizance during the case, that doesn't mean I can go into another store or even the same store and rob it again, because I'm already dealing with this. It's like he thinks this is some kind of weird double jeopardy situation. That's not how double jeopardy works. I know that the Sandra Bullock movie is very confusing and wrong about double jeopardy, but nonetheless, not how it works.
I already have a court date. I'm dealing with the same thing. I am not driving. I am traveling. I am not employed. It says employed right here. Coach, carriage, wagon, other...
Yes, employed in this context means to make use of. Do you know how definitions work? I've never seen a cop say this. I've never seen a single cop be presented with that direct line and be like, that's not what employed means in that sentence. I so badly want that explained to them. I've never seen them have to react to that.
The vehicle, horse, animals.
Incorrect. That's not per. That is not per.
That is correct, though. It is not part of the code. It's never been part of the legal code. That is a Black's Law Dictionary definition from the 1930s that he is misreading.
What code book are you using?
Black's Law Dictionary isn't a code book. It's a legal dictionary, and you're reading one that's almost 100 years old.
Right here. Look at 502. Can you bring your book?
I'm telling you, driver's license and insurance now.
No, I'm just saying. Look, you got this. This is the checks. Man, hear me out, dude. Seriously, come on, man. Like, you're being... Dude, look. It says here.
Okay.
Dude, let me talk, man. You're not letting me talk. Why are you not letting me talk?
I don't have to let you talk when I've told you what I pulled you over for.
For what? You act like I did a crime. What crime did I commit?
You don't have a license plate.
That's not a crime. No, it's not.
Texas says it is.
For what you have jurisdiction over, it is.
Jurisdiction over you right now. You're driving through my city. You don't have a license plate when you do it.
Dude, you don't own the road.
You're driving on a public roadway in the state of Texas.
Okay.
Okay.
I'm not driving though. I'm not driving. I'm traveling. Legal definition is.
Here's the deal. What you're gonna walk yourself into right now? I've been through this. You're gonna walk yourself into going to jail.
But why?
You're refusing to give me your identification.
I'm not refusing anything.
You are. Have you provided it to me?
Why would I provide anything? Don't I have right? I mean, you got me.
You do not have the right to not give your license, registration, and insurance during a traffic stop now.
Arrested right now, right?
When you are operating the vehicle.
Can you send a supervisor? You are the supervisor? So you don't got any other body over you?
My chief, she's at home. She's asleep.
So you're the only one I can deal with right now.
You're going
Yep.
to jail if you don't produce something. I'm telling you. Point blank.
But isn't the state law that I just have to give you a name?
No, you got to give me name, date of birth, or you got to give me your driver's license.
But I don't have to provide a physical document where I can just verbalize to you?
Name and date of birth, so where I can run you. Okay? Well, we're not going to do it. You're going to get a citation. If you don't sign the citation, then you're going to go to jail.
I know, man, but it's like, dude, this stuff takes up so much of my time. I'm already doing this with another county.
Then stop breaking the law!
I'm in Liberty County now doing the same thing. I got the paperwork right here.
That's fine. Driver's license.
As if it's
So
other
do you
people's
think we don't
fault.
have a right to travel? Is that...
Driver's license. Point blank.
I don't have insurance.
Then the vehicle's coming with me.
Come on, dude. You really gonna do this to me like this?
You are doing this to yourself. You literally just admitted to the cop that you don't have insurance. What did you think was going to happen?
Driver's license, proof of insurance.
I don't have insurance. I don't have
Oh,
insurance.
good. He reiterated it. Great. That's helping. That's helping the situation. This is like the opposite of Shut the Fuck Up Friday. This is Yell All Your Crimes Sunday.
So you're basically telling me you're gonna impound my car.
You have to have insurance. 100%.
Dude, that's not right, man.
Driver's license, proof of insurance.
I don't have proof of insurance. I don't have insurance. Dude, come on, man. This is the only car I got.
Self-report Sunday. I like that one.
Dude, do you pay for my insurance?
Do you have a job?
No, I don't.
Okay, but that's still your responsibility. Like, I understand that there are situations where people can't afford it, and that sucks. But then the response is, you can't drive your car on public roads, or at the very least, if you do so with the understanding that it's illegal, and if you get pulled over, you're in trouble and have to deal with the consequences of that. Like, if you genuinely can't afford it and you need your car to get to work, I don't think that's a good idea. But, like, I'm not gonna morally judge you. Maybe a little, but I would understand it. But, like, this guy's being an asshole about it. I don't know what he thinks. I don't know what he thinks about this. You can't just not follow the laws and then expect good outcomes for you.
And that's not my problem, buddy.
Okay. Is it though?
I do kind of think you made it your problem when you stopped him in the middle of his travel.
Oh my god, all of a sudden there's a narrator over halfway through the video. Weird.
Don't come out the vehicle now. If you don't, you want to tell. You don't have insurance on the vehicle. You don't verbally told me that. The vehicle comes with it.
Dude, come on, man.
100%.
So what's the best way we could do this for you to like not do this to me?
The best thing would have been if you had had insurance. That would have been great.
This is a said and done ordeal now, dude.
What do you mean?
You admitted to not having insurance on the car multiple times on camera.
So what, you're gonna take me to jail now?
I'm towing the vehicle. You done told me it doesn't have insurance. And you don't have a license plate.
I mean, I got this. Non-commercial use. I'm not.
That doesn't help.
I'm not getting paid.
I don't know what YouTube lawyer you've been watching, what TikTok lawyer you've been watching, but you've been steered wrong, buddy. I'm telling you, you fix to walk yourself into another charge.
Well, I don't want to walk myself into nothing, man.
You're not being smart about this at all, dude. I'm telling you.
But
after 10 years of doing this, I've dealt with numerous of y'all.
So none of this is right.
Correct.
I mean, this here. Have you read this?
It's either cherry-picked or misunderstood.
Read the Texas Transportation Code, what it says about a driver. You're behind. You're operating this vehicle right now, which you are driving this vehicle on the public roadway.
Can you please just tell me what it says here? It says employed. I'm not employed.
You are employed in operating a motor vehicle. By employed, we mean you are making use of it, you are controlling it, you are driving it.
Please? Dude, I don't, what do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? I'm not trying to have a fight with you, man.
604-815.
I mean, do you want me to just give you a license?
We are past the point where that was something that would solve the situation.
It's not. I'm not a sovereign citizen. I'm done. I'm trying to just be honest with you. My understanding of the law. It says one employed and conducting.
Your understanding is incorrect.
Look up. What does employed mean?
In this context, it means to make use of.
Here's the deal.
It says employed.
Here's the deal.
Contractor. What does contractor mean? Somebody who is under contract for payment. I'm not getting paid.
That is incorrect.
None of this is right.
Here's the deal.
Correct. Your interpretation you are drawing from it is incorrect, yes.
Open the door, get out.
I don't want to do that. I feel safe right here. I don't feel... Dude, you're coming at me hostile. I don't know what you're going to do.
He's going to take your car. I'm not a sovereign citizen, said the sovereign citizen.
Dude, you're freaking me out. I don't want to go outside. I'm safe in here. I'm not safe with you.
He's telling me that he don't have to provide me a driver's license.
Man, this is not good.
No kidding. This is not good.
I ain't been nothing but casual with him. You know, I'm like, well...
Okay, let you win it down so I can talk to you clearly.
That's it right there.
I mean, let it down. I want you to be able
Dude, I know how this goes, man. I don't want to get ripped out of here. I don't want y'all beating my ass. I don't want y'all shooting me, man. I just want to travel in peace.
I'm not going to rip you. I'm not going to pull you out of anything. Let the window down so I can talk to you.
Dude, I can hear you. I feel comfortable where it's at. No disrespect. I just feel safer with it up like this because y'all can start grabbing in here and yanking me out. I know.
They can do that either way. At this point, legally, I'm not saying it would be the right thing to do. I think there's still so much room here to de-escalate, and that seems to be what the cops are trying to do, so credit for that. They absolutely, at this point, legally, could probably smash your window and pull you out and would not get in trouble for it. They certainly wouldn't get in trouble for it. So really, what do you want to do here?
How it goes.
Okay, well, let me ask you something.
I just want to talk to you man to man, just on the facts.
As much as I like the story of Kirk beating the Kobayashi Maru, I do want to point out to people, don't assume you can win every situation. There are unwinnable situations. These are situations in which you can't win, but you can mitigate. When you can't win, mitigate. And he is not mitigating at all. Overthought says, handshake meme with sovsits and valedictorians. Handshake meme with sovereign citizens and valedictorians. The definition defines X as...
And tell me where I'm wrong.
Let me ask you a couple questions first.
Sure.
Do you have any firearms in the vehicle?
What does that matter?
I'm asking, do you have any firearms in the
I mean,
vehicle?
I'd rather not answer.
In fairness, the Kirk cheating thing, I don't like the 2009 iteration where he seems like a cocky little bitch about it. I don't like Chris, what's-his-face, as Kirk at all, if I'm being honest. No offense to him, I just think it's a bad role for him. But, like, the original Kirk, I could see him absolutely cheating at that. Like, why wouldn't he? That's very in his character. Kirk's thing has always been seeing what he thinks the rules of a situation are, and then thinking outside of the box for creative, either unique strategies or lies. Like, that's his whole thing, so it makes sense for his character.
Any of those questions. I just want to talk about this.
Okay.
This right here.
Like, I don't think Kirk is objectively right when he says there is no such thing as a no-win scenario. Of course he's not right objectively, but it informs how he thinks as a character and captain. That is how he approaches situations. Like, a protagonist in a TV show or movie saying something doesn't mean that it's objectively true. It doesn't mean that the writer thinks that's objectively true. It's what that character believes, and that informs their character.
He's saying the Texas Code, which is right here, which is what y'all got. Do you have a copy of your book here?
My penal code book? No, I don't.
You don't have a traffic code book on you?
Not on me.
Win if you can, lose if you must, but always cheat.
But I am familiar.
Was that Gul Dukat? Who said that one?
What is the name of the book that y'all go by? The Texas, what's it called?
What book do you guys use? Not 100-year-old outdated version of Black's Law Dictionary. Jesse the Body Ventura? That's pretty similar to Gul Dukat, right?
No, traffic. This one's on traffic. Right here. Texas Transportation Code.
Okay.
Here's 502-003. Registration by political subdivision prohibited. So what this is basically saying
this isn't by political subdivision. Literally, it says in Section B that this section does not affect the authority of a municipality to license and regulate the use of motor vehicles for compensation within the municipal limits and impose permit fees and street rental charge for the operation of each motor vehicle used to transport passengers for, like, this is specifically about, like, commercial drivers. That doesn't make this about all drivers. And I've seen sovereign citizens do this several times where they'll look at a thing that specifically is about commercial drivers and assume this is the law about drivers. Like, no, the legal code of any given state is actually quite large and long, and there are sections specifically for commercial drivers, for just, you know, people operating motor vehicles not for commercial purposes. Like, there are different classes of licenses. Like, why does he think different classes of licenses exist? Some are for, like, commercial semi-trucks and stuff. Some are for RVs. I think an RV of a certain size needs a special license.
That a person who is not employed for commerce, like say if I was a bus driver or a taxi or doing Uber or something where I'm making my money on the road.
Okay.
They say if you're doing that, you're considered a driver. And that's the driver.
That is a thing that can be considered a driver. You would be a commercial driver, but that doesn't mean that's the only kind of driver.
If we look at Black Law Dictionary, what a driver is right here, legal definition, it says one employed.
Okay, listen, that's fine. But you need
Like, all ants are all flies are insects, but that doesn't mean all insects are flies. You know what I mean? Like,
let the window down. If you want to crack it like this, that's fine. And speak with him, though.
He doesn't want to. Dude, tell him. I tried to tell you. You don't want to hear anything I got to say. You're like, get out of the car. You're like, get out of the car.
It's been 30 minutes, and I'm pretty sure there was an edit in this video. They have already listened to you for quite a while. Like, they've been relatively patient. Cashel says, I vote that we start running a running joke where everything is comparable to Gul Dukat. Who tried to kill Wendy? Was it Gul Dukat? Oh, it was Tinkerbell? Same thing, really. It's true. It's true. Who did 9/11 again? Was that Gul Dukat?
That's what I'm saying.
You have a driver's license on?
I'm not driving. That's what I'm trying to say. I'm not driving, and this is not a motor vehicle.
Who was Luke Skywalker's father? That was Gul Dukat, right?
Cool. And I know that your face, you're looking at me like I just said, Bigfoot's here.
Talked to quite a few people who say he's in the area.
Means one employed. Let's just take it right there. Employed. What does employed mean? We look up employed. Same dictionary. What does that mean? It means one under contractor. What does contractor mean? No, hear me out. I'm almost done. Contractor. Someone who's engaging in contract for a fee. That's not me. I'm not getting paid. And the same thing says it in your own code. If you read your own code book, it says it right here. It says, except as subsection B, a political subdivision, which means a community, people, it says, may not require an owner of a motor vehicle to register the vehicle, pay a motor vehicle.
That's specifically of a political subdivision, and it's related specifically to commercial licenses. This has nothing to do with what we're talking about here. You need to find the section that's about licensing of drivers in general.
Vehicle registration fee or pay an occupation tax license. It says the only way you can do that is to regulate motor vehicles for compensation. That's what you have jurisdiction over. I'm not trying to yell at you, but it's like, man, I couldn't even tell you. He wouldn't even listen to me.
Okay, well, first of all, you're speaking loudly because of the window that's in between us. You're trying to make sure that I hear you correctly. Okay, listen. I'm Sergeant William Land with the Sheriff's Office. Okay, what's your name?
My name's Lad.
This guy is funnier if you pretend he's Mitch Hedberg doing a bit. I used to do a lot of traveling. I still do, but I used to, too.
Lance?
Yeah.
Okay. Are you working, Lance?
No, I'm just trying to get home.
I see you got like a badge or something on your shirt. I didn't know if you was working or what.
No, this is from the rodeo. I mean, look, man, that's my name. Look, I'm not hiding from anybody, man. That's my name. It's like, if I give you a date of birth, will you let me go? Yeah, so why am I gonna play that game when you already trying to take my car from me?
Listen, just answer his question.
But he said he's gonna impound my car. And then you're gonna leave me with no car.
Again, you're arguing from consequences. You're assuming that it matters that you won't have a car. Not a priority on their table, like, at all.
Lance, listen. This is his stop.
I know, man. Come on, man. Let me make it, man. Let me make it.
Listen to me for a second, okay? You're recording us, right?
Sure. You're recording me too, right?
I'm recording.
Everybody's recording. Everybody's recording. What was your name and badge number?
Sergeant Land, Polk County Sheriff's Office, 815.
Oh, you're Polk County?
Yes, I am.
And what is he?
He's City of Onalaska. Listen to me. I'm trying to explain this to you, okay?
I hear you.
So you can have all this recorded. This is his city, his jurisdiction. He's the sergeant in this city, okay? What he's saying is that due to you not having insurance on your vehicle, he's going to tow your vehicle, okay? You're not properly identifying with him. Now, you can be going to jail as well, okay? He's trying to work with you.
I know, but here's the thing. He's not. He's already told me he's going to impound my car. I'm trying to... what I wish to get out of this is to just get home.
They are taking your vehicle because you admitted that you didn't have insurance and that you were already in a court case for also driving without insurance. We are past the point where you are driving home in this car. Get out and find a ride. Honestly, if you asked, the cop might even give you one. But you're not taking your vehicle home. Dillis Filler says, look, this dictionary says a driver is a program that controls the operation of a device, such as a printer or scanner. Do I look like a program to you?
Where's home at?
I got animals I gotta take care of. No one's there. I live by myself,
Where
man.
is home at?
Hello,
I live in
Terrari
Rock.
1.
Okay, now listen to me, Laz. Nobody said, now listen, this is not my stop, okay? I don't supersede, I mean, I'm not his supervisor or anything. I have no authority over him in this city. But nobody said anything about you going to jail yet. You say you want, hold on a second. You say you're trying to make it home? You're trying to say you want to check on your animals and things?
Yeah.
You may be able to do that.
But why should I may be able to do it? Y'all act like I committed a crime, man. What did I really do?
I'm just saying.
What did I really do? What did I really do? Like who's, show me the victim here. Where's the victim?
When you don't have insurance, if you hit someone, then you can't pay for the damage. If you can't afford insurance, you certainly can't afford for restitution if you hit someone or something. That's the victim. It's preventative.
Y'all got me hemmed up here. I'm already under.
This would be like him being like, damn, toothpaste? Why do I need toothpaste? I don't have any cavities. Jesus Christ.
I'm not free to go, right? No, but I'm not free. Sorry, am I free to go?
You're temporarily detained.
So no. So every stop is a custodial arrest. So right now, I'm under arrest. I want you to read me my rights now.
Okay, they can, but it's not gonna mean anything. Cool.
Read me my Miranda rights, because I'm under arrest.
You have a right to remain silent. Though, do you have the ability? Probably not.
I mean, look, I understand at the end of the day, y'all could bust my window, y'all could drag me out, you could tase me. I get it. This is y'all's world, and I gotta deal with it. But all I'm trying
Okay, but if you understand that, then why are you doing this? Why have you done this?
to do is just be free, man. Is America free or not? Are we not
by what metric?
free to travel, or are we not?
Not on public roads with an unlicensed vehicle, no. Unlicensed driver, unregistered vehicle.
Why would I do that? Why would I do that?
Because it is a lawful order, and if you don't, you're going to be pulled out of the car and arrested.
What? Don't do what?
You have your driver's license on? Or any type of identification?
I told him I'd give him my name.
You have your driver's license on you, any type of identification that we can verify that you are who you say you are. I understand what you got on your shirt, but that doesn't say anything. Anybody, you can have anybody's shirt
The same thing with y'all, right? How do I know y'all really cops?
Unit, badge.
Anybody can get a car, right? Anybody can get lights. Yeah, but that's just how you doing me, man. You literally doing me like that.
You want to go home or you want to go to jail?
Man, I want to go home with my car. That's what I want. You trying to say you'll impound my car, but then you'll let me walk home or something? How am I going to go home?
They literally said they will let you walk home, or you can get a ride, or whatever. They literally said that.
Turn your vehicle off. Switch your vehicle off,
All right, y'all gonna break my car? Just be honest with me, if y'all gonna break my car.
Not if you get out.
Switch your vehicle off, Laz.
Well, what are y'all gonna do, man?
Laz.
I mean, are y'all gonna bust in my window? Just be honest with me, man. Look, hands up.
They will not bust your window if you get out of the car.
Man, hands are up. I don't want no problems.
I asked you about weapons in the vehicle. You want to answer any of my questions about that?
Dude, because I have a right to remain silent. Do I not have rights? Read me my Miranda rights.
You're speaking with them.
But I can choose to answer a question or not. Those are rights, man. Did you swear an oath to the Constitution? Answer me that.
He's driving without a license and insurance.
Did you swear an
And he's like refusing to get out of the vehicle even though they said they're gonna tow it.
oath to the Constitution when you got sworn in?
He thinks he doesn't need insurance.
Just answer
He's
me.
wrong.
I'm just asking you a question, man.
You're not listening. Don't make me bust your vehicle.
Okay, that's what I'm saying. You're gonna do that. Are you gonna bust my vehicle?
Don't make me bust your window.
I don't want you to bust my vehicle.
Open up the door.
But why would I want to do that?
Listen, we don't know who you are. We don't have no kind of way of verifying who you are.
But what makes you think I'm somebody bad? Why makes you think I'm somebody you got to worry about?
You haven't properly identified.
Dude, look.
You haven't properly identified.
Last I showed, dude, are you gonna bust it? Let me know if you're gonna.
You do need insurance to operate a motor vehicle legally.
Bust it.
You do. That's the law in the United States and all 50 states.
You gonna bust?
Last.
Don't bust it. No. All right.
There it
Check out our
is.
packet in our
Damn, sad it cut off before the full smash.
I don't know what.
You don't have it? Well, you're gonna get pulled over. And that's not probably gonna go out. Anyway.
Wooden spoons! Here we go!
I assume the person is probably just trolling. Which is fine, we're close to the end of the stream anyway.
Cookies! 1 through 4. When we heat them up, we'll make some more. Cookies! We're counting cookies! Here's the fish. Here's cookie number 1. Hammy's number 2.
Unstable Deadbeat says, I've been trying to place what this reminds me of and I just got it. It's like arguing with a 5 to 8-year-old child.
Wow, this is...
Yeah, you need a license and insurance to operate on public roadways. It's private property, you know.
fun counting cookies! We're counting cookies! 30 is 3. That leaves 1 more. Hey, it's Stevie Ted. Here's cookie number 4. Counting cookies. Cookies. We're counting cookies. I love cookies. I bet you do too. I'd rather eat cookies than eat an old shoe.
What even is life?
Let's do the rap. Let's do the rap.
Fiddly fiddly need.
Weed. Let's do the rap. Lame. Let's do the rap.
Hoppity floppity. Stop.
Ew. Alright, we'll watch this and then we'll call it a night.
Candy corn's gonna go great with our recently thawed steak. And Discord members, don't worry, this is separate from the counting game we're doing. I'm gonna be scrubbing this pot for hours. Little salt. Maximum pepper. It actually looks like a pretty tasty soup. Okay, here we go. So long, friend. Was that
I hate candy corn in the first place. This is awful.
way too much candy corn? This is it's getting weird. All right, it's time to go fishing. Can you safely pour this down the drain, or is this gonna clog things up once it's solidified?
I would say it would clog things up.
Finish off with a little sear. Well, all right. As always, we're shooting for
This is gonna be
for a
nasty.
medium rare to medium, and we got the medium. Here we go. It's pretty good. It's a
God damn it.
very tender steak in the candy
It's sugar glazed meat, basically. Yeah. Boiled steak in the first place is disgusting. Why would you do this?
corn. Crusted outside gives it a nice little touch of sweetness to it. That being said, we did lose a lot of the candy corn flavoring. There's just a hint of candy corn flavoring to this steak, but it's cooked well. It's tender. I'm gonna have to give the candy corn steak a 4 out of 5.
Bop, 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 bop.
Alright, I'll see you guys later. I will be back tomorrow for the subathon goal of the John Sackers Music Hour. So we're going to be watching John Sackers for at least an hour, and then also other weird music stuff. Just other weird clips and stuff. Weird stuff. It'll be kind of like the Danzy stream, but probably more bearable, because no Danzy. Have a good night, everyone. Love you, Mr. Blast, and that's it. Adios.